hundreds of people just lining this corner here. We're just going to walk down so you guys can show of patriotism of people that have gathered here. People have come from all across the country, as Brian has said. We've done a few off-camera interviews so far, and people are just really enthusiastic about the president out here and celebrating the greatest president we've ever seen, Philip.
And of course, there's even more to celebrate now that President Trump has been twice acquitted, the most acquitted president in the history of America. Because we know the tactics that they used weren't truthful. They were. The people here are obviously proving that. Not only are we celebrating President's Day, but we're celebrating the president's acquittal. So it's a fantastic day out here. As you can see, the crowd is massive. Bus full of people who are coming here, and they're not here yet. And there's buses of people coming here. So
yeah. Let me tell you guys how this all came together, okay? Handful of patriots that flag wave on the regular in Central Florida. If you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, Mike Nificent, shameless plug. If you've seen any of my videos, you've seen a handful up in Central Florida. They decided to come down to Mar-a-Lago. That was their original plan. They wanted to come down to Mar-a-Lago, their appreciation for Trump, and so they told me about it, and I immediately saw the vision of this being what it is right now. And so I let RSBN know. We put together a flyer. People out here, but this started, Philip, as an organic grassroots effort to just come down and be patriotic. That's really, and because it spread like wildfire, now we've got all these people here with the giant Trump, what does he have, a pickup truck? Yeah, we got Vinny down here with the ambulance. There's a bunch of people out here that came from far and wide just to join this movement, and there's nothing wrong with it, even though they'll try to smear it and say all the other nonsense that they spew.
Which it isn't. It's just a bunch of patriots who are fed up, and they love their country, and they want to celebrate President Trump, arguably the greatest president that this country has ever had. So big shout out to President Trump. Thank you for being a great president. You were the reason why everybody is here today, President Trump, and we owe it all to you, because what you did was you restored patriotism to this country, people's pride to be an American, and that wasn't here before under the former administration. And so thank you, President Trump. We're out here celebrating you today and the accomplishments you had during your presidency.
Absolutely. And speaking of why we're here, let me tell you, able to be here, I want to tell you guys about our partner, My Pillow. The majority of Americans are spending more time at home now than ever before, and they're realizing that they want more American comfort. That's why My Pillow sales have been absolutely skyrocketing. We want you to be a part of this moment to support American-made and Mike Lindell. RSBN has partnered with My Pillow to offer our viewers an exclusive savings code. Use code RSBN to get up to 66% off of your entire order at mypillow.com. And check out all of their inventory. With over 100 items to choose from, you're bound to find plenty of items you want. Some of our personal favorites are throw blankets, duvet covers, bathrobes. There's Giza dream sheets, dog beds, etc. Find out for yourself. Go to mypillow.com. When you have a product you love, tag us at RSB Network so we can see it and reshare your post. And don't forget, our code will take the price of a standard My Pillow down from $69.98 to $29.98. That's a tremendous saving right there. Again, that's code RSBN at mypillow.com. By using this code, you are supporting RSBN and My Pillow. Thank you, Mike Lindell, for supporting us and giving our audience such a great deal. Philip, speaking of My Pillow, what do you think about our good old friend David Hogg launching a competitive?
Well, hey, listen, this is America. I support capitalism. I support people's rights to start a business. As far as my personal opinion goes, I don't think David Hogg is going to quite have as much success as Mike Lindell did, because Mike Lindell is a legendary patriot who fought for this country and this country's constitutional values. And I'm not sure David is exactly in the same boat as Mike Lindell. So again, quick thank you to Mike Lindell for all you're doing. Thank you, My Pillow, for really helping us be here today. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to move a little bit just so you can continue to see the crowds. Remember, when RSBN started, what we were most notable for, another rally, and we're showing the crowds. We're moving through the crowds. Even though it's not always easy, we're doing it. There's people out here. There's patriots who love their country. They love their today to do to support the president. So we're going to keep walking wherever we can find a path. But like I said, people who have come from all over to be here today. There's ranchers from Nebraska, New Jersey, people from Ohio. So really from all over the place here today. So it's really amazing how many patriots have come together to be here today.
Yeah, it's incredible. And I personally know people who have driven down from all different parts of the state. People from the Panhandle, people from Fort Myers, Tampa Bay, all over the state. People, of course, from Central Florida near the Orlando area. People have come from far and wide, and we're going to try to interview some of those people out here today. You hear the cars honking as they drive by. There has been no loss of enthusiasm for President Trump. But you know what else? This isn't just celebrating Trump. This is rejecting the Biden presidency, because what they wanted this to do, they wanted this movement to go away. They thought that this was just going to fade into darkness and that people would just submit. But no, this is an act of rebellion, and it feels good to see that so many people are standing up for what they believe in, Philip.
The Trump movement is strong. The Make America Great Again movement is even stronger, and America First is the strongest part of this movement. And that's really what these people here are representing. Make America Great Again, America First, obviously championed by Donald Trump in 2016 when he came down the golden escalator. I don't know about you, but maybe in 2023 I'm looking forward to a second golden escalator ride down into the lobby of Trump Tower to announce a second term. That's what I'm looking forward to. I hope, I can only hope, because this is what that movement represents.
Absolutely. And yeah,
we actually got the little escort coming here right now. The Trump bus that brought people from Central Florida has just arrived.
Those are my people.
And they love our president. All these patriots have showed up here to support Trump. Wow.
So the bus you guys are looking at, that is the bus of patriots from Central Florida who organized this event. They were the original planners of this event that we have out here today. So it's great that we got them coming in. Hopefully that there's room for that bus to come right in here, and we'll get as many interviews from them as we can. Now again, the people on that bus, those are I guess you could say those are my people. Those are my people from up there in Central Florida. I passed them by on the highway this morning a couple times, and I honked at them both times I saw them.
So Mike, we're really surrounded by our own people, because I'm from South Florida, you're from Central Florida, and I think that if you had to make up, the majority of the people who are here is Floridians from Central Florida, North Florida, or South Florida. And so that's what all these people here, we're surrounded by, people who are like us. So I really think that this is going to be a great event. Me and you are familiar with the area, Mike, and I think this is going to be absolutely fantastic. Now, we don't have any set time period on how long we're going to do this, but we're certainly going to just keep going until the party dies.
Yeah, we're going to go until the party dies, and I don't think the party will die, because this movement will not die.
Right.
Like I said, shortly after what happened on the 6th, which obviously is unfortunate, this movement will not go away. The media wants to take this movement of peaceful and patriotic Americans who love their country, who love God, who love liberty. They want to take this movement and say that it's a violent white supremacist uprising in America, but that's never been the case. President Trump brings people together, people from all backgrounds, all walks of life, and they're peaceful, prayerful, patriotic. That's the way it's always been, and we're going to continue to show that, because that's the truth, even though the media wants it to be otherwise.
Of course.
It's like I said, it's unfortunate what happened on January 6th, but that does not embody what this movement is.
And speaking of the media, we're really the only ones here today. There's a few independent filmmakers who have made their way here, but in terms of media coverage of this event, Right Side Broadcasting Network is one of the few. I think we are one of 2 media outlets here, and the other is a ABC affiliate. So we are the only conservative voice on the ground for you here in West Palm Beach. bringing you coverage of this event. And that's what Right Side Broadcasting Network will continue to do. We will continue to bring you this kind of coverage because we are patriots. This is what we do. We stand on the side of truth. We stand on the side of God, the side of liberty, the side of country, the side of patriotism. And we will continue to do that. And that's what we're all about here at Right Side Broadcasting. I've heard some say, like you said, that we're violent or we participated in some violent activities. Not the case at all. We love our country and we love our President Trump.
Absolutely, Philip. And I want to give a special shout out to Vanessa Sims, who organized a bunch of these flags that have been passed out, a bunch of these little tiny flags. Vanessa Sims, thank you so much. Vanessa Sims made a bunch of these little flags that we have been handed out. If we could get a camera shot on one of them sooner or later.
All the way to the other side.
Thank you so much, Vanessa Sims.
Create this.
We appreciate it.
Join us in
Here comes my group. We're going to see if we can get an interview with at least Paint the Trump.
Who the real boss
This is
in
great.
the White House is.
This is so great. Incredible.
Thank you, Joseph, for driving that big rig down here from Central Florida. Thank you, Cheryl, for helping him support this and to put it together. And all you fantastic ladies and gentlemen on that bus for creating this event.
Awesome, awesome. I see some familiar faces getting off of that bus here. This is from Central Florida. The people that basically organized this, got this all together. You know, we gave it a signal boost with tweeting it out, and I talked about it a lot on my YouTube channel. And RSB and getting behind it really is what brought it to life and made it grow into this giant crowd we have out here today. But Philip, we talked about how Trump could run again in 2024, and that rumor has been solidified with him being acquitted in the second sham impeachment. Now, what the left wants to call this, they call this a cult. They say this is just a cult of Trump loyalists. This is not, because people have believed in what they believe in long before President Trump. What I find cultish is their horrifying obsession with this man. I mean, he's been out of the White House since January 20th, and yet he's been the focal point of their attention. They're trying to impeach him as a private citizen. That's all the media can talk about is him. Nobody wants to talk about Biden. So what's worse, people that still believe in what they believe in, they stand out here and celebrate the greatest president we've ever seen, or the other side with their delusional, unhinged focus of Trump and what they say that he did.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I mean, the President Trump, now a private citizen, and I've seen the mainstream media networks tweeting about Trump going to play golf as a private citizen. They pay more attention to Trump as a private citizen than they do to President Biden, who's sitting in the Oval Office. And it's like, well, who are you really obsessed with? They're fascinated with Trump. He's the golden goose for the mainstream media. He gets them the ratings that they all had from 2017 and 2021. So that's why they love Trump. They need Trump. And actually business is doing really bad without them. So it's interesting that
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Where are you from?
I'm from here,
From West Palm?
from West Palm.
Yeah, what brings you out here today?
President Trump.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about him being the greatest president ever?
Well, in a span of about a month and a half, he secured peace treaties between Israel and 3 different Arab countries, which is unprecedented. So, as a Jewish woman, I'm appreciative. As an American, I'm proud. As an American, I'm delighted.
Awesome. And what are your thoughts about the direction our country's going in under Biden?
Hi, guys.
That's a tough one because I can't really foresee a better future. I just see it down. We need President Trump back.
Well, with any luck, maybe he'll run again in 4 years. What do you think about that?
Oh, he will. And I will be there just to cheer him on and vote for him and have all my 9 kids vote for him.
Awesome. Awesome. God bless you. Thank you so much. You guys hear the people just laying on their horns out here? This is nothing but a peaceful movement. I mean, I saw a lot of the comments, not the majority, but a lot of the comments under the post saying that this event was going to take place is a lot of people said, oh, this is violent, there's going to be Antifa infiltrators. This is MAGA country, okay? That's not a thing. That's not going to happen down here, right? We're talking about a peaceful movement that's open to anybody. Anybody that wants to join this movement can. This is a movement of tolerance. This is a movement of love, a movement of patriotism. Why do they want to smear this and say that this is going to be violent and hateful and a bunch of infiltrators are going to show up?
They hate us because they ain't us, Mike. They hate us because they ain't us. Because truth is, there's not a Biden President's Day rally happening. Not one street corner has a Biden sign on it. And that's why they hate our movement, because they don't have what we have. They can't spark what Donald Trump sparked. So that's why they hate us, because we have something that they don't, and it makes them jealous, Mike.
It seems like they're as mad as they ever were. It's like, if their goal was to get Trump out of office and get Biden in there, why can't they be happy about that? Why are they still focused on this? Why are they like, you guys are idiots for doing this? Why do they care so much? That's what I want to know. I can't figure out, why do they care so much? The reason why they care so much is because they can't make this movement stop. They want us to submit. They want people to go away. It's all about control at the end of the day. They're like, why don't you just forget about it? Let it go. Move on. They didn't do the thing. They didn't do that when Trump was elected in 2016. Matter of fact, before he was even inaugurated, all they talked about was how they were going to impeach him. They began the resist movement. They began the impeach 45 movement. That's what they were focused on. That's what they've been focused on for the past now 5.5 years. Even after he left the White House, the focus is still on him.
Of course, and real quick, again, I want to thank Vanessa Sims, a very loyal Right Side viewer, for contributing these flags. Vanessa, thank you very much. People around the rally here have all these little flags in their hands, and it's all thanks to you. So thank you again, Vanessa Sims, for donating these flags and being such a loyal viewer to Right Side Broadcasting Network. We appreciate your support. And it is worth mentioning right now that Right Side Broadcasting Network is viewer supported. We're not taking big money. Like President Trump in 2016, he said, we're not going to take big money. Right Side said the same thing. We don't have large investors. We're viewer supported. And also some ways you can help us is you can go to MyPillow. Use the code promo code RSBN. Receive up to 66% off your order. Get yourself a new pillow, a new bed sheet, anything you would like. Use promo code RSBN, receive up to 66% off your order. Right Side will receive some of those contributions that you buy there on MyPillow. So thanks, Mike Lindell, thanks MyPillow, and thank you, Vanessa Sims. Hey, I got two ladies with me here right now. They made a trip from down south to come here. How far did you come?
20 miles.
All right. So about 20 miles to come here today, but you're out here, you're on the street corner. There's this message in the mainstream media across the board that Trump hates women. And you guys, your shirt says, I'm a Trump girl. What do you have to say to that?
Trump loves us, and we love him. Trump doesn't hate anyone.
That's right.
There's no one he hates.
Except liars and cheaters.
Yes.
There's a lot of those. There's a lot of liars and cheaters. In fact, Washington, D.C. is filled with liars and cheaters. But there is a constant mainstream media message that Trump hates people, that Trump hates this group or that group, and it's just not true. And we saw that. We saw that in 2020 in the election. He grew support among all groups from 2016, and that's how we know that Trump doesn't actually hate.
He won the election. Down.
And he will be back.
We have folks here. They came all the way from Ohio to get here today. So thank you so much for coming here today. Share us.
2.5-hour drive.
Yeah. Share us a little bit about like what your journey was like. How long did it take you to get here?
It was very foggy and snow didn't disappear until I got out of Tennessee. So it was it's going to be bad going home.
We've had fun since we've been here, and we just want to tell people that Trump was done wrong. There was lots of lying going on, and we're here to support him. We want to be our president from 2024. We're ready.
Absolutely. We're so ready. I think they're going to do the Star Spangled Banner right now, so let's go ahead and make our way over there and try and get that on camera.
All right, everybody, you will not hear this at a leftist rally because they hate America, let's be frank. So let's do it, everybody.
Oh,
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Very much, everybody. God bless the United States of America, and God bless President Donald Trump. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Matt.
A hand for Matt Stone.
There you go. You just saw it
And
right
now,
there. Star Spangled Banner being played in West Palm Beach.
Mr. Forgiato below.
He did.
His truck is parked right behind us.
Did a great job there with the Star Spangled Banner.
Forgiato below. Come on over, say hi, take a photo, get an autograph, and thank him for all of the work that he's done as one of America's premier rappers, but a self-confident and
Right now, the direction you're looking is east. You're facing the Mar-a-Lago Club, which is just about a mile down the road. If you're just joining us, we're here in West Palm Beach, Florida, and he's doing a tremendous job. Right now, we're going to go ahead and do an interview with Matthew J. Stone, who sang us the national anthem. Matt, thank you so much. You did a tremendous job. So tell us a little bit about your work, what you do as an artist, and where people can find you.
Well, I do a lot of different work. I do a couple different shows. I do a rock and roll variety show. I do an Elvis tribute show. And I do Trump shows, of course. It's my favorite kind of event to do. And you can find me on YouTube at Matt Stone as Elvis, Facebook Matt Stone as Elvis, or Instagram at Real Matt Stone.
So if you're an Elvis fan, or if you love supporting Trump supporters who are artists, go ahead and follow him, check him out. Matt does great work. I actually went and saw his show the other night up here in Riviera Beach, and it was really great. It was super, super entertaining, Matt. So we really appreciate it. Tell us a little bit about your support for Trump, how old you are, what it's like to be a Trump supporter at your age.
Well, I'm 17, and it's amazing how Trump has really brought younger people into it. You see that you think that all millennials are leftists. Yeah, that's true to some point. A lot of them hate capitalism for some reason. But I remember when I was in middle school, I was on the Trump train from the very beginning, and I was the only one. But as my friends have grown up, it seems like we're the party of fun. We like to have fun. At a leftist rally, it'd be all doom and gloom right now. But, the boat parades with Carlos Gaviria and, flag wavings like this, it's really proven, being anti-lockdown, wanting to go back to school, it really showed that we're the party of fun, and it's brought younger people into the generation.
Of course, yeah. And you heard it that there is tremendous support among young people for President Trump, and you saw that here in South Florida with the boat parades and all that happened. You've taken part in all this stuff, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so Matt, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it. Check out Matt again. Support conservative artists. There isn't a lot out there who are going to fight for our president. They control a lot of Hollywood. They control a lot of the record deals, but we need to help young conservative artists and patriots who are trying to make a mark. So go check out Matt on the on all of his social media pages. So we're here. This is an amazing event. It is massive. There's a lot of people here, and we got Brian Glenn with us. He's on the mic. Brian, how are you enjoying this Florida weather?
When I left my home last night in Dallas, Texas, it was 3 degrees. I come to sunny South Florida, and it's 84, and I absolutely love it. There's no better place I'd rather be right now than in South Florida on this President's Day, as we really celebrate Donald J. Trump. And can we not just go ahead and officially say he is the greatest president this country has ever seen? And I heard you say this earlier. When you look around, you see hundreds of people so far have gathered here. Would any other president in modern day history have this much support after leaving office? And I think your answer would be no.
Right. We were talking about it over there at the car. There really has never been support like there is for President Trump. He sparked a fire within the conservative movement, within the Republican Party. So kudos to President Trump. You've really done a great deed for our nation.
Absolutely. We've been thanking our partners. Mike Lindell, we were there a couple of weeks ago in his very chilly warehouse there in Minnesota to show you how they actually make a pillow. It's great to go to his website, but here's another website for you that we've just recently refreshed. It's rsbnetwork.com. rsbnetwork.com. If you're watching us right now on this very historical day in our country, President's Day, where we're celebrating, let's just say, every president that's served our great nation, but specifically today, Donald J. Trump, who was, you were telling me, to get my geographical knowledge correct, he's not but a couple miles just to the east of us, right?
Yeah.
But this is what we want you to do. Go to our website, rsbnetwork.com/donate. And if everybody right now watching this, on this very historical day in our country, was to donate $1, $2, $3 to our website, that goes to help us do all of this and going across this great nation, covering the stories that you want to see. Because mind you, there is one local outlet here. But other than that, RSB Network are the only ones that's bringing this to you. And this is, of course, probably one of the largest pro-Trump President's Day celebration in the country right now. So if you would please go to our website, rsbnetwork.com/donate, and just give $1, give $2, give $3, whatever you're comfortable giving. That makes a huge difference and allows us to do all of this. Mike, you got a special guest, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Brian. So I want to bring someone on here. His name is Samir. Now, Samir, if you guys are subbed to my YouTube channel, you've seen him before. He's got a lot of fire, a lot of passion, and he's only 19 years old. Samir came down from Central Florida, which means he's a part of the original Patriot group that kind of organized what we see today. So Samir, tell us about your experience so far, and tell us about that journey down on the bus.
Man, the journey down here is full of excitement. The Patriots on this bus could not keep our excitement contained. Like, this, we love our president. This means so much to us, coming out here and being able to support the man that should rightfully be in the White House. And you know, this whole thing just started like with us waving the flags in Castleberry, and we were like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we went down to support President Trump in Mar-a-Lago for President's Day? And then this gentleman right here made the flyer. Thousands of people saw it. It got shared around everywhere. And then before you know it, everybody registered to hop on the Trump bus, and here we go.
Okay, so you're from the area. It wasn't too far of a drive for you, huh?
No, we flew. We flew.
Awesome. Well, God bless you. Thank you for being out here.
Thank you.
Lots of people up here. Let's see if we can get close to the end of the line. We're going to walk down and see if we can get to the end of the line and maybe interview some people along the way. Yes, sir. And we'll see if we can get our camera guy in the shade down here a little bit too and maybe get some interviews. But you can see there's a tremendous amount of people, so many people that now they're lining up on the other side of the street just because there isn't enough room on this side. People are lining up on the opposite side. So we'll show you some people over there as people are driving by with their flags. It almost feels like he's campaigning again. Philip, what do you think?
It almost feels like that. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe precursor to something. Let's just give you an idea of what 4 years of Jacksonville, Florida here, what 4 years of the Trump presidency looked like here in West Palm Beach. This is what it looked like. Every time President Trump came home, the streets were lined with people and supporters just like this, supporting the President of the United States. So this is, if you never got to see Palm Beach during the 4 years of the Trump administration, this is what it looked like. This is what West Palm Beach looked like. We're here in a nice shady spot finally where it's cool. But yeah, this is West Palm Beach, and there's that bridge just east of here. If you see down the road, you go about a mile more that way, and you will hit President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. So we are just within reach of the Mar-a-Lago Club, and certainly, I'm sure this is on the president's radar, Mike, because I mean, there's so many supporters out here.
I mean, honestly, it has to be, and I don't know, it just feels so good to know that this started as just a small effort of patriots who wave flags in Central Florida that wanted to come down on President's Day and show their appreciation for the greatest president we've ever seen. And lo and behold, it exploded into this giant gathering of people. You can't even see the people because there's so many flags waving, but you can clearly hear like all of the horns honking as people are driving by. This has become a spectacle. We did see a local news station drive into the parking lot, but I have yet to see them set up a tripod and camera to cover it. But it's on local news radar, which is what we were hoping for, is to get it out to the masses. Obviously, RSBN wouldn't miss this to broadcast this, but the more people that can see this, the better. I mean, there were people that reached out to me when I promoted it on my YouTube channel. They're like, I'm from Oregon, but I'm with you guys in spirit. I would love to watch it live. Just think about how many people could be here if they were close enough, if they were in a driving distance. We know that people have driven down from different parts of the state. People from the Panhandle, that's like 6-7 hours away, the Panhandle is. I know that some more prominent YouTubers have come down as well, and they're broadcasting it. Yeah, and this is just a peaceful and patriotic assembly of American citizens who love their country, love freedom, and want to celebrate President Trump. But they're also sending a message to the Biden administration that they do not accept him. They do not support him. They like their president, the president that actually was America first. You can tell within Biden's first month, Philip, he signed 52 plus executive orders, none of which support the American people. They're all pro-Middle East. They're all pro-other countries. They've weakened our economy. On his first day, he put nearly 11,000 pipeline workers out of jobs, and some of them actually voted for Biden. So I'd like to think that there's a great awakening happening again of people who see that the establishment is corrupt to the core. They've ripped off this country, and they're going to join this patriotic movement of Americans.
Well, remember, President Trump famously said in the 2020 debates, Joe, you are why I ran for president. You and Barack Obama are why I ran for president in the first place, because of their horrible policies that crippled the average American. And I think we're seeing that Obama 2.0 under the Biden administration. And what all they're going to do is they're not going to get rid of Trump. They're going to recreate Trump. Trump's going to be back because of them. 2.0. What they really do is they're doing it to themselves, because they keep passing these same disastrous policies and laws and rules and mandates that crush people, and people are tired of it. They do not want it. And we thought there was a large turnout for President Trump in the last election. Wait till you see 2024. The turnout's going to be massive, because nobody wants Obama 2.0.
Exactly, and that's why I think it's so important to document this gathering, because they wanted this movement to go away. They thought that if they could just rig Biden in there that all these people would just bend the knee and submit and say, okay, let's just move on with our lives. No, this is an act of rebellion. I love it. I love to document this and show this because people need to see what's happening in the country. People aren't just going to go away. You don't see anything like this for Biden. You don't even see enthusiasm for Biden online. Of his so-called 81 million supporters, where are they at? I don't see them out here. All I see is more of the same criticism of this movement, which is an authentic, real grassroots movement that you see in other countries where people are patriotic and they stand up against their government. You know, the government here that wants to rig algorithms and manipulate search results so they can have a monolithic country. That's what they want. They want everybody believing one set of information and facts. It's just not real. So this is an alternative storyline. That's what's going on in this country, that these people out here are patriotic. They love their country. No, they're not violent. I know that the haters online wish that this was a violent thing. They wish there were infiltrators so they could say, I told you so. No, this is what it's been all along. This is what it's been all along. It's been people like this. People from different parts of the country, different parts of the world. Mi Presidente, where are you from? Where are you from?
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua. What brings you out here?
Nicas for Trump. Well, it's the day, the President's Day. We're celebrating that he's still our president.
Do you think he's the greatest president ever?
Sure he is. Look at all the good things he did the first 2 weeks of his administration versus the first 2 weeks of Biden's administration. One is destruction, the other one is construction.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Destruction and construction. Two different models for a presidency. And we saw President Trump. He's a builder. He's been building his entire life, and he certainly built up the country back to where it was supposed to be. Yes, yep.
And politicians aren't businessmen.
No, they're not. They're politicians.
They know how to handle their own checking account.
They're swamp creatures. How's it going, man?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
Doing very well. What's your name?
Aaron.
What are you doing out here today, Aaron?
I just simply want to show the world that this movement, despite him not being in office, may not have been for the right reason, but despite him not even being in office, our movement isn't going to die, okay? And the reason we don't want it to is because this may be our last chance to show the left that we won't accept any movement that includes transnationalism, post-nationalism, any form of globalism. It can only be America first, and that's only what I'm hoping my kids, when I have one, will live through.
How old are you, Aaron?
15.
All right, 15 years old, out here supporting the president on President's Day, supporting America first. That's a tremendous thing. I don't think there's many people like you, but there's young patriots across this country who love our president. We commend you for being out here. Thank you so much, Aaron. We appreciate it a lot. Here you are. You heard it. There's young patriots out here. Aaron's only actually a few years younger than me, but there's still young patriots out here, and that is huge. That is a huge accomplishment for President Trump. What he's done is he has brought together so many different groups of people to create the Republican Party of Donald Trump. I like to say that this isn't the Republican Party of John McCain or Mitt Romney or Liz Cheney or Jeb Bush or George Bush. This is the Republican Party of Donald Trump. And I think that will ring true time after time for the Republican Party. I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Brian right now, and he'll hit you with some fresh content.
All right, I'm joined now by Willie G is what I've been told to call you, because you're the mastermind behind a lot of this stuff that has been called the Trump Corner here in West Palm Beach.
Well, this is actually not Trump Corner. Trump Corner is on PJ and Military. I started that about 4.5 years ago, running against Hillary, and we got bombarded by Hillary people. It was like no Trump thumbs up or honking the horns. By the 10th Friday there, it was 50-50. We built it up to hundreds and hundreds. And this past campaign, the last 3 Fridays at Trump Corner, 1,400 Trumpers, 850 flags out there. Incredible. We're still going strong at Trump Corner, and we got 750 people here today.
Don't you love how the local officials have been so cooperative with having this go on? And there's some cities around the country right now, quite honestly, if they tried to pull this off, it may not happen.
The key to it is call the police, I don't leave my house unless I tell police that, hey, we're doing a Trump rally at such and such a location. First thing I did this morning, go to Publix and give a fist bump to all 3 managers, let them know that, it's going to be a party out here today. So please allow us to park here, and I'll go shopping for everybody here when we get done. So you got to get along with the people where you're holding a rally and have the police there, because they'll always have our backs.
Does the turnout today surprise you at all, being President's Day and being what we just went through the last week or so, what we've really been through the last couple of weeks?
I mean, put it this way, today is real President's Day. I mean, this is real President's Day, and, we're not celebrating Joe Biden in the White House. We're celebrating the real president, President Trump, and he knows we're here. And he's actually probably listening to us right now as we speak. And it would be incredible if he came by here, maybe on his way to play golf or whatever, to stop by and see 750 diehard Trumpers on President's Day to celebrate his 2 victories. One being a resident in Mar-a-Lago officially, and then, of course, winning the second impeachment trial, which was a no-brainer.
When you talk to a lot of these Trump fans, what's the #1 thing they say they love about Donald J. Trump?
I'm the president of the Palm Beach County Right to Life League, and I run pro-life for Trump. So I always talk about pro-life, and people that know me, they'll say the same thing. The most pro-life president we've had in 245 years. So that's what sticks out to me the most. But basically, because he's got guts, he's got courage, he's not backing down. People are saying, oh, he's going to disappear. He's coming back stronger than ever. Watch you see round 2.
Well, you just took the question, my last question for you. What is next for Donald J. Trump, and when do you think he makes a public appearance or makes an announcement that maybe politics is back in his plans?
Me personally, I believe that we need to dissolve the Republican Party, give it a facelift, give it a new name, come up with the Founding Fathers Patriot Party, FFPP, take inventory, get rid of every rhino, get rid of everybody that stabbed him in the back, all those that try to, impeach him, and primary all these people, start the new party, start with the new name, and have those people put their hands on the Bible and say, hey, we're going back to 1776, the real Constitution.
Last question, sports. You got a background in sports, right? Officiating, umpiring, right?
I'm a former NCAA basketball referee. I worked in the SEC.
Okay, what do you think about the Auburn Tigers?
The Auburn Tigers, I don't really follow basketball that much anymore. I've been involved so much with the politics now. It's just been nonstop. My NCAA right now.
There you go. I love it. Thank you so much for your time, and God bless everything you do for South Florida here. Let's take a look at the crowd real quickly. We're talking about several hundred people have come out today and really have shown their support for this president. My next guest I want to bring in, does this surprise you? Here, let's get you turned around over here. I want to make sure the sun. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name's Jeffrey Bongiorno, and I'm from Delray Beach, Florida.
Okay, let's talk about your thoughts on the spending and the debt that seems to be out of control, and that's a lot of people's minds here.
Spending and debt is a big problem. The executive orders, to me, aren't constitutional. It makes no sense to institute job-killing executive orders and amass huge amount of debt with the $1.9 trillion stimulus plan when there's almost $1 trillion sitting in the coffers unspent.
Yeah. What is the biggest accomplishment so far by this president, and what do you think all these people have come out here today for? What do you think is on their mind?
Promises made, promises kept. They're out here to support the greatest president of all time on President's Day, after an acquittal for I want to say a sham of the second impeachment, which I believe is these impeachments just distract us from
what's really going
issues,
on.
And it's a problem, and it's part of their narrative.
Yeah. Any plans for politics for you? I know you're active down here in this area.
I plan on running for U.S. House of Representatives, either in the 20th or 21st district, depending upon some redistricting.
What was the one moment in your lifetime that got you into politics or thinking about this? Was it Trump? Was it a guy coming out as an independent that all of a sudden says, what, I want to make a difference?
I believe in self-governance, and I believe that we've strayed from self-governance. There's many politicians, especially House members, who have been in for 10 terms, and it's not a representation of the people, and I want to represent the people. And one last point, the factor that prompted this campaign was the next morning when I woke up after the election, I felt like it was 9/11 all over again, when Donald Trump was not declared the winner.
So you felt like you had to step up. If people want more information, you have Facebook, social media, things like that?
Facebook, I am Jeff Buongiorno, and I am on Twitter. I am at Buongiorno Jeff.
There you go. Jeff, thanks for your time out here. You're like a guy like me, you put a long sleeve and a jacket on here, and it's 84 degrees.
Appreciate it. I'm in the air conditioning most of the day.
All right, take a look at the crowd, guys. And Philip and Mike has done a fantastic job walking us around. Well, you've got a guy over here. I think it's he's got a very colorful outfit on. We'll see if we can get a few minutes with her. Derek Utley. Come over here, my friend. I want to talk to you for a few minutes. Derek Utley, if you guys saw Don Jr.'s post, let's turn around this way to get the sun faces the right direction. If you guys saw the post with Don Jr. talking about the plane flying over Mar-a-Lago, this guy right here is 100% responsible for that. No.
Today's
your day.
I heard a lady paid for it yesterday, and I thought, wow, that is amazing.
Okay, I was told you did, but that's okay.
Yeah. But it inspired me. I made a call last night and said, I would like to have a plane fly over West Palm Beach today for President's Day. And then I paid for it last night, and it's going to say, Trump, best president ever, save America.
Incredible. What's some of the feedback you get from walking around here? Obviously, we have several hundred people. They're all got one common theme. We love the president. We love what he's done. What feedback do you get?
I mean, ultimately, everybody loves the president. They believe strongly in the movement. The movement is not going away at all. And the president is actually more powerful today than when he was in office.
I would actually...
He's more influential as well.
I would agree with you on that as well. I mean, we've never seen a former president get this much support, after being out of office, and obviously everything that he's gone through the last couple months at least. But what a great moment. And so if you're in the South Florida area, in this particular area, where do they need to look eye to the sky to find your plane?
So I'm being told that the pilot's around 1:45 to 2 Eastern this afternoon. The plan is for them to go down Southern Boulevard, and then they're going to pass by Mar-a-Lago, and they're going to be in the air for an hour.
There we go, air for an hour with that beautiful message. Well, Derek Utley, how can people find you on social media? I know that you launched, you and Philip Torino single-handedly launched my Telegram account because you guys share some information up there, but how can people get a hold of you?
Yeah, so on Instagram and Twitter, I'm Real Derek Utley, and then on Facebook, it's just Derek Utley. It's DEREKUTLEY. My biggest audience is on Facebook, but I'm welcoming you to follow me on any of those platforms.
Well, on behalf of all the Trump supporters, thank you so much for getting that plane up in the air. We absolutely love it. We see we got up next. We got the interviews just keep coming. Is this Candace? No. Laura. Oh, Laura, come on in. How you doing, Laura? Thank you for joining us in the parking lot here. I know it's kind of random today, but what do you think? What's your thoughts on everything that's going on?
Well, I think it's great that there's so many people here supporting President Trump. He is a resident of Palm Beach County, District 21, where I ran for Congress this last election cycle. I was the official Republican nominee. And Palm Beach County is just, full of support for the president. And I think it's great that, he has this support network because it's really awful, the way that they've treated him and the way that he's been completely denied due process. And I know that the reaction that a lot of people had from watching this impeachment hearing was they were shocked at how quickly it ended. Quickly it ended because it's just a political circus at this point in time.
What is your thoughts on, let's see if we can show this motorcycles right now. Let's keep talking. What is your thoughts on President Trump being so supportive to the country of Israel and the Jewish nation that we have? I mean, every other president has claimed to do what they said. I'm going to move the capital to Jerusalem. Never happened.
Right.
As a Jewish woman, what does that mean to you?
Well, it's very important, and it means a lot for our foreign relations as well, and it means a lot for the people here of Palm Beach County because District 21, which is located in Palm Beach County, is actually the most Jewish district in the United States of America. And so our district here in Palm Beach County has more Jews than any other place in the country, and so I know that the Jewish community here is also very appreciative of what he's done. And we've already seen that, the Democrat Party is the party of Israel haters and Jew haters, as President Trump declared. And one of the first things that happened upon Joe Biden being inaugurated is the Twitter account for the United States ambassador to Israel was changed to the U.S. ambassador to Israel, Gaza, and the West Bank and Palestine, which is a slap in the face to Israel.
Last final question for you. Freedom of speech. It's a big issue right now because obviously there's a lot of networks right now that are being banned, a lot of social media commentators. What does it mean to you to stand up and fight for free speech?
Well, it's everything, and it's a fight that I've committed my life to fighting as the most banned woman in the world, and it's what inspired me to run for Congress last election cycle. And I know RSBN has been a victim of tech censorship as well, and I was really the canary in the coal mine and had been warning for years that President Trump would be banned, but now it's happening to everybody. So it really is the most important issue facing our nation and the entire world, and other world leaders are starting to see that if President Trump, the most powerful man in the world, can be deplatformed, they can as well. And I'm excited to announce that in October, I have a book out for pre-order right now on this very topic. It's called Lumered, How I Became the Most Banned Woman in the World, and you can order it right now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Books A Million, and I'm hoping that my story can inspire others. And also, one last note, this week is very exciting because on February 19th, my antitrust lawsuit against the big tech giants, Google, Facebook, Twitter, and Apple, is actually going to be presented before the Supreme Court. And so I'm very excited to announce that my case has been listed on the docket at the United States Supreme Court. So stay tuned this week for developments on that.
Yeah, Laura Loomer fighting big tech and fighting free speech. We like that. I know Mike likes that. I'm going to bring Mike in here as well. Thank you. I know we were talking about you earlier. All right, what do you think about that? She's taking on big tech.
I've talked about Laura Loomer a lot on my channel because what she's done is so incredible in terms of overcoming the censorship. The fact that she ran for public office and she wasn't able to have a social media platform. She wasn't even able to get Uber Eats. Like, how can you get banned from Uber Eats? It makes absolutely no sense. But that's where we are in 2021. You cannot have a successful campaign. You cannot successfully launch a business without some sort of social media presence. And that just goes to show you how powerful these big tech oligarchs are. They put their thumb on the scale. They will demote any type of what they see as wrong think, and they'll promote all of the false news and anybody that's promoting their agenda. I mean, we see it pretty much every day, how we got to move out of the way here. Cars coming through. They could join forces for the common good. I think that there's a tremendous opportunity for come together, realize who is actually doing the damage to us, who's driving a wedge between our country, and we could do some serious damage. I mean, you saw it with the Wall Street bets. People from both sides of the political aisle agree that Wall Street is corrupt, that they're in bed with the government, and we were able to make a difference there. I love seeing it. It gives me hope for the future that we don't always have to be so divided. We really don't. And I think that's what this movement of patriots out here embodies. It embodies people from all walks of life, people who walked away from the Democrat Party, people who saw how corrupt the Rhino Republican establishment was. They came together and supported a president who was outside of the establishment. He came in like a wrecking ball, pissed off all the right people, really, Democrats to Republicans. And I think that movement just is great to pierce through the matrix that has had so many people kind of in a whirlwind. They've run people in circles. Oh, you're okay. Now, what I want to do right now, while people are bumping me out of the way, saying, hey, move over. I think Brian set that up, telling me to move over. I want to tell you guys about our partner, Mike Lindell and My Pillow. As Joe Petrie pans the crown here, see the Blacks for Trump over here? We got to get the interview with them. Let me tell you guys about My Pillow. My Pillow is a grassroots, patriot-owned, made-in-America company, and they have partnered with us at RSBN to bring you some of the best offers yet. With the promo code RSBN at checkout, you can save up to 66% off of your entire order. And if you buy the original My Pillow, it's normally $69.98. With the promo code RSBN, you'll get it for $29.98. Getting a good night's rest is essential to fighting for freedom. So go to mypillow.com, use the promo code RSBN at checkout, and get up to 66% off your entire order. They don't just have pillows. You can get dog beds, Giza dream sheets, memory foam mattress toppers. Go ahead and check them out. Again, mypillow.com and use the promo code RSBN for up to 66% off of your entire order. I'm going to hand it over to Philip here.
Of course. Thank you so much, Mike. I want to go ahead and do an interview real quick with my good buddy Chris Nelson, a political activist here in South Florida who has been fighting for the Trump movement, for the Make America Great Again movement, the America First agenda. Chris, you're out here today. What are some of your thoughts about what you're seeing?
Just wow. Wow. The Trump people and the MAGA movement, Philip, is not going anywhere. We've got easily over 1,000 people here to celebrate our true president, Donald J. Trump. And the first thing that just came to my mind when I drove in this parking lot was, wow, I couldn't find a parking spot. I had to drive like all the way down the street to find a parking spot. There's so many people here.
Yeah, absolutely. We always know that Trump rallies have major attendance, and the president isn't even here. He's not at this event. Now, we don't know if he's going to come by. He very well could. His estate is just down the road a piece, but the president isn't even here. And people have come here on President's Day, on Monday, some people working, some people not, to show up. Like yourself, you came here. Who are you here with today?
Well, I'm here with my girlfriend, Nicole. She's back here somewhere. I'm here with my good friend, Mike Carnevale, who was arrested 3 times for opening his gym during the financial lockdowns. And we've just been fighting all along for President Trump because of what President Trump stands for. He stands for freedom. He stands for victory. And the whole time he was president, he was in there fighting against what we call the swamp. And fighting for people like you see here. And I think there's just so much right now appreciation and love for this man, and not just for this man, but what he represents. He represents freedom, and everywhere in the world right now, people are crying out to be free.
Of course. And so you do a lot of adventures. I follow you on social media. For the people who are watching, how can they follow your activism? Where can they go to see what you do?
Well, I'm on Rumble, Chris Nelson's Rumble, and you can also follow me on YouTube at Chris Nelson, the Target Guy.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And I think you all will find out when you go to YouTube what the Target Guy means, because you will see what that means. Chris, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Guys, it has been a tremendous day here so far. We're going to take a walk right now through the crowd so you can see the crowds. Remember, Right Side Broadcasting Network was funded so that we were started so that we would show the crowds. In 2016, President Trump said that nobody shows the crowds. Nobody pans the camera and shows the crowds. And he used to say, I thought it was because the cameras didn't turn. No, it's because they didn't actually turn the camera. They didn't care enough to show the patriots who filled these stadiums to see President Trump at the time. And so what we did at Right Side Broadcasting, we came along and we said, we're going to be the ones who are going to show the crowds. And we are here and we are showing the crowds. As you can see, this is a major, major event. People all over the place in South Florida, West Palm Beach, showing up to support President Donald J. Trump, the 45th president of the United States and the greatest president that this country has ever seen. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Brian right now.
Thanks, Philip. As we take a look at some of the crowd that's gathered along Southern Boulevard here, tremendous crowd. Now, I do want to make a quick announcement that earlier our chat availabilities in YouTube was disabled. So we know that you're no longer able to chat in the YouTube. We love YouTube. We all love YouTube, but for some reason those chat capabilities have been removed. But if you do want to talk about this broadcast, you can go over to our Facebook page, obviously, and comment as much as you care to do so. So we certainly appreciate you watching that. Hey, if you're just now joining us, we are live here in West Palm Beach, celebrating President's Day here on a very historical part of our country, as we are in South Florida, and Mar-a-Lago is just to our east by a couple of miles. So as you can tell, I mean, we have, Philip's with me right now. Philip, no matter what we do, where we go, people love Right Side Broadcasting for sure.
Of course they do, because we're the only ones who does stuff like this. The mainstream media doesn't want you to see this. They don't want you to see the support that the 45th president has, the most votes out of any sitting president. That's factual. You can't not say that. It is a fact. He is the president with the most votes, sitting president. It's fantastic, and they love us because of what we do. We are here to support the 45th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, on this President's Day, and every single person who's here is here to do the same thing. Right Side Broadcasting Network, we have always said we will be on the right side of history. Even when Brian and I walked through the middle of BLM Plaza and people wanted to tell us that we weren't on the right side of history, when we stand here today with all these American people who love America, they love what America stands for, they love the Constitution. I know that when Brian and I were standing there, we made the right choice. We are on the right side of history. There's American flags here. When you walk through BLM Plaza, there's not one American flag hung.
That's a great point. When you walk by that plaza, there is no American flags at the BLM Plaza in Washington, D.C. Hey, what you can do to help us out right now is go to our website, rsbnetwork.com. That's rsbnetwork.com. Look, we are self-funded. We've got partners like Mike Lindell over at MyPillow, but it really takes people like you. So if we could just do this for us real quick. Go to our website, and if you could donate $1, $2, $3, imagine if everybody watching right now is able to donate what they can, what a difference that would make in the ability for us to travel this great country and carry these events for you. We're off to California next weekend for an event there. So we takes a lot of resources to go out and about and do all of this. Mike, you look like you've got a great guest with a little personality. Take it away.
Yeah, I do. I'm here with AJ, who's here all the way from Texas. AJ, what brings you out here today?
Do you like this Trump head? I love it. It's my favorite.
You know,
why am I here? I'm here for God, country, and America.
Yeah. Yes. What excites you so much about President Trump?
Oh, I love him. That's what excites me. I don't know. I just love him. I just love him.
Did you come all the way here from Texas to get away from the cold? Tell the truth.
Well, yeah, that was a part of it, but I mean, even if we still would have been here. Like me and my friends, they're over there. Like we've been missing, but I've just been around here, just having a good time, meeting and mingling with people, making connections with other patriots. It's just a great feeling to be around other patriots that are of the like mind, in support of our president.
Have you ever seen anything like this in your life? One man brings so many people together in a positive way.
I think it's a God thing. I think he is the David of this generation.
And have you experienced any racism or white supremacy out here? Because I know the media said that that's all that happens at these events.
No, absolutely not. I mean, it's the exact opposite. I wish that more people would be a little bit more open-minded and would kind of veer away from what a lot of people would say, the fake news. Because, I mean, if you would just allow yourselves to just get outside of that and just open your eyes and see, you'll see that it's something totally different. So
awesome. And you said that you hold events in Texas. Where can people find you and get involved?
Yeah, you can find me on the Arlington, Texas train. That's Arlington TX train. And we're just patriots that support Trump and support the Constitution and all of the rights that's being taken away from us.
Awesome. Well, God bless you. Thank you so much for interviewing with us. We'll see you later. We're going to walk over and see if we can get... Oh, we're in this flag right here. Look at this flag. Massive flag.
When someone says, hey, can you bring a flag? That's the guy who said, yeah, I got a flag for you.
It looks like he does have a flag. It's subtle, very subtle.
Very subtle message there. What a great interview you had just then, because a lot of people have this idea that if you're not white, you have no reason being a Trump supporter. Obviously, as an African-American male yourself, I mean, how great is that to see other people of different ethnicities expressing their love for this president?
It's absolutely amazing. I mean, when Joe Biden can so confidently say, if you don't vote for him, you ain't black, not only is he condescending by saying ain't, feeling like he has to dumb down his grammar to talk to people with a little bit of pigment in their skin, he's saying that you're not even authentic unless you mindlessly pledge allegiance to a political party that has enslaved you, has ruined your communities, and has provided no hope, no opportunity for your community. It's absolutely absurd, but people have seen it over the years. They've waken up People like Dinesh D'Souza, who have put out films talking about the party switch myth, have really awakened the minds of many, not just Black Americans, but Hispanics, Asians, people who have traditionally voted for the Democrat Party, but have been conservative at heart, right? I'm one of those testimonies that I grew up in a household where we believed in hard work, we believe in God, we believe in freedom, we believe in independence and self-reliance, and yet we monolithically supported the Democrat Party for no reason other than the other side is racist. But when you actually do your own investigation, go out and meet people, you find that it's the contrary. You see that the Democrat Party still, in the year 2021, Brian, they still judge people based on the color of their skin. They still feel entitled to the labor, to the fruits of other people's labor. I mean, there's no party switch.
Yeah, take a look at that, guys. I mean, let me tell you something. That is a massive flag, and we've said this 100 times today. I can't think of another president that has left office that has received this much admiration, respect, loyalty from his followers than Donald J. Trump. And this is just a pure testament of that. And as we're on this very warm South Florida day, thank you for joining. If you're just now jumping on, we had a little bit of technical issues earlier. Our camera, quite honestly, overheated, guys, which is kind of a first that I've seen since we've been on that. Usually Mike and Philip, we're freezing at one of these Trump rallies. I mean, we're on the risers, absolutely freezing to death, but that's not the case today.
If we were in Texas, we might be freezing, that's why I think you're here, Brian. You wanted to get away from the cold.
That is the true reason why I'm here at my house right now. By the way, it is 3 degrees, and I have no power at my house. All right.
Wind turbines, by the way, in Texas.
That is true. That is true. Okay, let's walk this way. I've got some other interviews. I love to talk to the local people here, get their thoughts on what is important to them. Why do they love President Trump? And what is one of the agendas that they'd like to see move forward? Obviously, President Trump did so much for our people. And my next, how you know, what's your name, where are you from?
Rebecca Bennett, Tacoma, Georgia.
Wonderful. What brings you here today?
Well, I have been working with a team that we have down here in Florida to help with the Georgia fraud. So we're doing a lot of election research, a lot of data collecting, so that we just recently filed 3 new lawsuits in Georgia. So go Georgia.
There you go.
We are fighting that.
Quick question for you. Greatest thing President Trump did is what?
Gave us freedom. Yeah. Freed me from the tyranny.
Yeah. What do you think about all these people here today? I mean, here we are on a Monday. A lot of people obviously have the day off, right? They're out here supporting the president. But does it make you feel you've got a lot of hope that, you know what, now that the impeachment trial is over and he's acquitted, that perhaps we have not seen that twice. We have not seen the last of President Trump?
I know we have not. So he is my president. He'll be my president forever. It's why I'm in the trench fighting. It's why I have been in the trench for 2 years with the election cycle in Georgia, and it's why my son fights in the Marine Corps. So we're here.
Proud mama there.
I am. Yeah. Proud mom.
Yeah, well, we appreciate your time on there. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring in, we got one more interview. I love these local interviews and getting people that are making a difference in the community here in Florida. I want to bring in Dr. Susan Page. She's a candidate for Palm Beach. Yeah, school board. Okay. What got you into politics and caring about, because I've always said on this broadcast that you may not like what things are going on a national scope, but if you drill it down, really get involved in your local school boards, your city council meetings, that's where you can really make a difference. So tell us your story and what's important to you.
Well, I have a PhD in economics from the University of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana, and I have been an educator mostly since 1982. I love kids. My students are my kids. I love them. I want to see them learn. I've seen problems on the undergraduate and graduate level, at the college level, where critical thinking is lacking, sentence structure is lacking, and I decided I have to do something about it.
It's almost like problem solving. Like, we no longer try to solve problems, and if someone disagrees with your logic, they just want to shut you down rather than having an open discussion about it.
Well, that's wrong, because we need to put everything on the table. We need to look at all the avenues, because in my mantra is students first.
Yeah.
And schools need to have accountability, transparency, and give the kids first, get the parents involved. President Trump, I agree with a lot of what he's done in education, but our system is broken.
Yeah.
and it's been broken for many decades. This didn't happen overnight. It started in 1898 with John Dewey and his progressive utopians, and it's just creeped in the school system and on and on and on. And now we have a system that's broken. We need school choice. Just because a student is poor, they should not have to go to a failing school. And the school system, the teachers' unions, they have many monopolies. If you live in District A, you have to go to this school. Why? Because if a property value is higher in District A versus District B, why not? Why not put everything on the board, have charter schools, why not open everything up? Perhaps a competition. I'm not saying that's a solution. I'm saying at least look at it. Don't shut it down. Because our kids come first, they are our future, and they are the most important thing in the world.
I agree. Dr. Susan Page, thanks for your time today on this beautiful Monday. I wanted to say Saturday because I feel like it's the weekend. It's got a weekend vibe to it.
May I say one more thing? Right here, right now, on this network, I am going to announce my candidacy for the Palm Beach County School Board District 5 in 2024. 2024,
you'll be running as a candidate.
And it's on the Right Side Broadcast Network that I am announcing my candidacy.
We're getting breaking news on that. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to talk to this gentleman over here. Let's see if we can come over, switch the camera around, Joe, and get in here. All right, we talked about this earlier, that there is a stigma in society that if you're African American, if you're Hispanic, if you're Latino, if you're Asian, you cannot like this president. You've got to be a white guy from middle America. And you're telling me right now that sign says blacks for Trump. God bless USA.
In 2011, we had these signs when he first said he was going to run at Boca Raton. So Trump has always been with black people, helped black people. I've seen him with Snoop Dogg and all of them, but now they don't like him. But the real man that loves black people is Trump. Biden doesn't like us, so I'm with Trump all the way.
Let me ask you, what is the greatest thing that President Trump has done for the African American community, in your opinion?
Well, one of the things is he talked to us. See, you know, all the other ones never talked to us. Like right now, Biden said he was going to talk to Black Lives Matter and all them other people. Now they can't get a conversation with him. Trump let everybody come see him, talk to him every time he saw us at a rally. He said, "That's my best friend, blacks for Trump," you know, and he'll run up to us, hug us. That's what I don't see them doing that. Even when I helped Bush, he liked me, but he always waved from a distance. This is the only one that ever talked to us and then actually did something. Gave us jobs. He gave us.
And he had the plan. Remember, he had this huge initiative, and I don't remember.
$100 billion. That's better than reparations. If you add up all the black people together and 40 acres and a mule, which was about $2 million, $500 billion, wipes that out about, I did the math before, about 10 times.
I was going to say tenfold, yeah.
Right, so how can they not love the greatest president, I'm sorry to say this, I know everybody gets upset, better than Abraham Lincoln.
I'm not going to argue with you on that.
He's better than the other one that everybody really liked. The Gipper.
Yeah.
Trump is the absolute greatest president in history, and I'm behind him all the way. I was there. I know he didn't do none of that. He was found innocent. Thank God for Trump.
Final question for you,
Yeah.
and God bless you guys being here, because I know, when I always talk about this, and viewers know this, when someone walks out of their circle of comfort, a lot of times it takes a lot of bravery to do that, because you get criticized by other African Americans for supporting this president. What is your response to people watching us right now that go, you know what, I don't agree with that brother. He's selling out supporting Trump. What is your message to other African Americans?
Funny thing is, I'm on my radio station. All of the stars know me, the gangs, all of them. Like when I was at the other thing, the Crips was out there saying, "On Crips, Michael, we with you, brother." See, I don't, asking me if I'm ashamed of them. No, they always trying to explain themselves to me because they know I'm absolutely correct. You understand? And so I don't walk from the angle that I got to apologize or explain with Biden when he was the Democrat that had us in slavery. What the hell is wrong with you? Even Black Lives Matter, you know, when they see me, say, "Michael, we're not against you, sir. We don't want to fight with you, sir." I make them go away, just like I did at the Super Bowl. I did it at Trump's hotel. They was out there to throw eggs. I said, if one egg leaves, we got your face. You know what they did? "Michael, we don't want a problem with you, sir. We just don't know why you trying to help that white guy." I said, same reason you trying to help that Democrat that had us in slavery. And guess what they do? They leave. Then the police come, "What did you say to them?" They left. at the Super Bowl, if you go on my godsuit.com, go to my website, you'll actually see that I actually made 5,000. I only have 4 of us. 5,000 lady boys. Michael, no, we're doing this for you, baby. Please don't. And it's amazing that they say that. And then I started talking. She said, get the kids away. Don't let them hear this. And the police, oh my God, they didn't throw any eggs. See, that's what happened with our President Trump. If we had been with him the whole time, guess what would happen? They couldn't call him a racist. They predicated all of their complaints against him on that he was a racist. While we're standing there, you can't say that.
God bless you guys, man, for coming out here. God bless you. Appreciate it, man. Wow, you know, that's what you see at a Trump rally. You see a little bit of everything. And, of course, we said this during the rallies. We love to show the crowd and show that it's very diverse, age-wise, too. We got a young lady here, if you don't mind having a couple seconds with you. There you go. Put those Doritos down. By the way, when you open up that bag, you can share some with me as well. What's your name? Where are you from?
Kylie, and I'm originally from New Jersey, but I moved to Florida 5 years ago.
Of course. Do you know why you moved to Florida 5 years ago from Jersey? Because your parents were tired of being cold and shoveling snow.
Yes.
That's exactly what they did. Okay, why do you love President Trump? What brings you out here today?
It brings me out here today to show support for my president, because I know in the past that other people have been treated differently because of the color of their skin, and I don't think it's right. I think all lives matter, because there's no such thing as people not being separated because of the color of their skin. So I think all lives matter, because I'm showing that my life matters, so just everybody else's in the world.
Man, if she did not have a bunch of wisdom at that, how old are you?
10.
10 years old. She's got more wisdom than a lot of people at these Biden rallies. I just got to say, she's got more wisdom than that. Thank you so much. High five on that. God bless you. What grade are you in, by the way?
5th grade.
5th grade. All right, you look out. You're going to be class president at your school. I can just feel it. 5th grader. She's tons of wisdom. Let's take a look at this. I mean, guys, just in the last 15, 20 minutes, I've seen such a huge gathering. Let's see if we move a little bit further. I'm going to talk to another gentleman here in just a second. I've seen people here at past rallies, and you know what, guys, programming note here, we're going to be in Ventura, California this coming weekend, actually. Ventura, California, for a Recall Gavin Newsom event. I'll be there. Liz Willis will be there as well. And we're going to bring you all of the entertainment that's a part of this gathering that's there in Ventura. So stay with us on that for the programming note. And hey, I love you. Hey, where are you from?
I'm from Boca Raton.
What brings you out here today?
Donald Trump, President's Day.
What do you think about all these people showing up on a Monday? Let me ask you a question. Do you have the day off today, or do you just called in sick?
I have the day off today. I have the day off. Yeah, it's awesome. Look at all these people here. It's amazing. He won.
Yeah, I love it. Well, thank you for coming out here. Of course, I think we have. Wait, that's Candace. We have actually. She's on. So the person that we saw. Well, maybe you can talk to her for a second. She's running for. Hang on a second. I'm seeing some resemblance right here.
Yeah, it's Photoshop.
It's Photoshop. Well, being 51 years old, I need somebody to Photoshop my forehead real quick. Too many wrinkles. Okay, so obviously we'll get to that in a second. But what brings you out here today?
Well, I'm here as a supporter of President Trump because he's created so many policies that benefit the American people. We could fill a library, but basically I share his same core values of faith, family, and freedom.
Yeah. We were talking earlier about getting into politics, running for school board, going to school board meetings, and getting involved with your city council. You're running, so let's tell about what you stand for and who you represent.
Well, I stand for the same values as President Trump: faith, family, and freedom. And those are my core values that I will use to make the decisions that affect the local people.
What got you thinking about politics? I know we've talked to a lot of people. Trump came as an outsider, never had a political background, but then was able to crack into the system in a way and make a difference. What led you to decide to get involved?
Essentially, I was inspired by President Donald J. Trump, who says, relish the fact of being an outsider, because it's the outsiders who change the world.
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, there you have it. What's the chance of this running into you? We saw the sign. I saw a nice lady holding the sign, and I love it. Well, thank you for coming out here. I appreciate it. God bless you. I'm going to talk to this gentleman right. Yeah, you got a lot of fans there. Okay, really quick. He told me earlier that his English was not the best. He told me because I wanted to talk to you. You're going to see me in California next weekend, right?
Okay, I will. I will. Absolutely.
Why do you travel the country covering events like this and showing support for our president?
Very easily, just like I said, from 2018, I was, Trump rally in Vegas. I saw the slogan say, promise cap and promise May. That the most remarkable, turned my heart. That's why I try up to Washington, D.C. from Orange County few times to support it. Then anytime, from now I hear wherever got a rally to support Trump, that's what I'm, follow.
Yeah, there's hundreds of people just like him. I should do a game right now. Who traveled here the furthest? And we've had, Mike, I'll bring you in real quickly. You're from California, right?
Yes.
What city?
Orange County, I'm from city of Orange.
Okay, well, I lived in Newport Beach, so I know where you're at.
All right.
Okay, so we've got California, we've got Ohio, which I think is 20 plus hours, and you're probably close to that.
Yes.
We've got New Jersey. Did you have any cities that you talked to?
I got people from Texas, but California takes the cake on that one.
I think can we just claim here the person who has traveled here the furthest? We're going to name you the person who's traveled here the furthest, and I'm going to buy you a My Pillow.
Okay,
yes, sir. Because I'm going to buy it in MilPillow. We'll exchange contact information. Your pillow's on me, by the way.
Okay.
And I think that you also need a travel pillow. This guy right here.
Yeah, it's incredible that you came all this way. I mean, to show your support for the greatest president we've ever seen. It's incredible. And you came to be peaceful, right?
That's right. I can afford to, stay home and quiet to see, like million of, unborn baby were killed. I don't want, to hear, million of, chopping lots at the first, 20 days from the new, government form.
Yeah.
I can't afford to see that. I want to, hear from, Donald Trump just, said, like, we have to bring the job back. We have to make, America get greater and better.
In America first.
Yeah, America first.
All right, well, you stick by. We're going to get some contact information for you. And while we're talking about My Pillow, I mean, come on, Mike, what a better place to go to, mypillow.com, mypillow.com, and take advantage of that huge discount you get with RSPN. You can plug in the promo code RSPN, get up to 66% off. You're talking your Giza sheets, you're talking those travel pillows I'm going to give you, and your regular standard pillows as well, because his support, Mike, is so important for this network. Of course, he's been in the news with cancel culture. Stores try to go out and cancel Mike Lindell, but of course, patriots like yourself have stepped up and really supported this president. This president, I just called Mike Lindell president, by the way. He probably could be, though. Right?
I mean, maybe the establishment hates him, so.
Yeah. So maybe you should run. So anyway, cancel culture standing up against Mike Lindell. So go out and support him as well. And while we're on that note, our website, rsbnetwork.com, rsbnetwork.com. If you go on our website, we did a refresh on our website. You'll see the bios of all of us on there, and there's ways to donate and give what you can on this President's Day. I mean, this is a very historical day. We're the only, actually, pause. We did see a local media outlet here, but I didn't see any cameras here, though.
They're probably here to smear it as a white supremacist super spreader event. That's what I'm guessing. They don't want to show the patriotism, people coming from California, people celebrating the greatest president we've ever seen. This is historic. We've never seen anything like this, as they want to call it, a cult. This is people who love their country, love freedom, love the president, love what he did for our country. And now we can see a sharp contrast between what President Trump was able to do and what Biden's doing right now in his first month.
Yeah, so go to our website.
I totally, agree with you 100%.
Yeah, we agree. Go to our website, rsbnetwork.com/donate. Donate what you can. If everybody watching right now gives $1, it makes a huge difference in our network and continues our efforts across country. Next Saturday, we will be in Ventura Promenade to fight Gavin Newsom and cover that event that was there to recall that governor. By the way, do you like your governor in California?
Like I said, to be honest with you, I say, I give my signature to remove him. Right now, I know more than 1.5 million of the signature, give out to waiting to remove, Reverend Newsom.
Yeah, hopefully they can do that. I want to bring this gentleman here because, Mike, we were sitting in some nice, come on in here. We were sitting pretty cool under that tent, and it was provided by you. And first of all, tell everybody your name and what you do.
Alan Mentzer, and I'm Director of Security for Club 45, the largest Trump club in the country.
Okay, start from the very basics. Number one thing you love about Donald Trump is what?
Everything.
Okay, question number 2. The second best thing you love about Donald Trump is what?
He's for the people. He's absolutely for the people. He doesn't care about anybody's agenda but the people's agenda and America first, period, full stop.
Does this surprise you, the turnout we have here today?
No, not at all. Not at all.
When people come up to you as security president of the Club 45, what are they telling you that they want to get involved and donate? Do you need people to volunteer their time to help you with all your efforts?
Well, really, right now we need a bigger venue. We pack out our venue due to COVID, you know, the maximum we possibly can. We have James O'Keefe coming March 22nd. So James O'Keefe will be there on the 22nd. We've had speakers like Dan Bongino, Jim Jordan, Sebastian Gorka, Ron DeSantis, on and on and on. So people are hungry for conservative content. Yeah. They really are.
They really are. I don't know what the time is right now, but we're getting close to maybe that plane flying over. It was pretty cool. Did you see that yesterday?
Yeah, exactly.
And we have another one. Derek Utley actually got the plane today to fly around, which is nice. So we appreciate it. If people want to get more in touch with what you're about, how can they do that?
Club45USA.com is the website. You can get on there. You can see our next meetings and sign up for our emails and hopefully see you at the next meeting.
There you go.
Thanks, Brian.
Well, thank you. Let's get a sign of all that, what's going on. Let me step aside. You don't want to look at me. You want to look at all these people out here. They got cars. Now, oddly enough, guys, they have not blocked off traffic here as of right now. I thought maybe with the amount of people out here that we could perhaps have a little bit of traffic closures here, but it hasn't been the case here. And like you said, everyone's peacefully assembling here. And of course, you got the music, you got the horns blaring. It is kind of hard to see. I want to thank our right side broadcasting partner, I say partner, she's a partner for today. Vanessa Sims donated all those tiny little flags that you've been seeing around here. She's a right side broadcaster, a viewer and a supporter. And we just want to thank Vanessa Sims for doing that and so graciously giving us those flags that we can hand out to a couple of supporters here. So now we're walking to the corner of Southern Boulevard and Parker. We're on the southeast corner of this lot. And this is kind of, I was told that, you know, on a normal weekend,
please come to the DJ booth, please, as you're walking this way.
There we go.
Please stop at the DJ area.
We've been told to go to the DJ area, so we'll see what that's all about. But I was told that this area is often a place where Trump supporters gather and wave the flags, but obviously nothing like today. Today, it is absolutely unbelievable, the amount of people. We're going to cut underneath here. Yeah, but as we make our way, thank you very much. Of course, the guy just told us that we're fantastic. Thanks for what you do. And that's exactly what we hear so much from people here. Let's see. What are we doing here?
Okay.
All right, so, hey, we're live. Obviously, we're live right now. What do you have?
Okay. There's a very large police presence out here. We expected that. The police presence for the last half hour is getting a little bit increased. There's only one reason why they would be setting up that much at this area. And we can only hope that we're going to be celebrating President's Day with the last remaining guest who hasn't shown up yet. I'll let you guys and your audience figure out who that might be.
That is so a good heads up on that. So we're thinking we probably need to be posted up perhaps where we can see this special guest.
That's absolutely true. And this will be the centerpiece of it right here at this corner. So RSBN, as always, will be right in the middle of the mix, just as you always have been. You followed us for 2 months while I was driving the Trump train with the Women for America First March for Trump bus all throughout the country and twice in D.C. We knew you'd be the only ones here. Thank you very much for representing the conservative values in media.
I got to shake a hand on that. That's some great news here. So if you're watching us right now, you might want to share this broadcast, tag a friend, because we could quite honestly see Donald J. Trump drive by. And Mike, how great would that be?
That would be tremendous. I got to tell you, because this started, as I've said 100 times already, this started with just a small group of people in Central Florida that decided they wanted to come down here on President's Day just to wave flags. I mean, at any given time up there's maybe 20, 25 people. And now we've got hundreds of people out here, possibly 1,000 or more. And it's just grown organically, you know. If you look at the past year or so, we haven't had much to celebrate as a country. So what better way to celebrate than on President's Day? Celebrate the greatest president we've ever seen. It's a very easy thing to get behind, and I think it shows in the enthusiasm out here. People wanted to celebrate. Oh yeah, he's one of the people that. Yeah, he's one of the people that comes out every day or every weekend over there.
All right, so you can't really hear the music because we're talking, but it's getting groovy out here. People are getting in their vibe, and people are starting to dance. And my next friend here has been dancing all day. He's supporting President Trump. He's out here. What's your name?
I'm Kirk.
Kirk, where are you from?
I'm originally from Orlando.
All right, he's from Orlando, Florida. He's out here. He's dancing. He's supporting the president. What's one reason why you're out here today?
Well, because we have to show support for President Trump. You know, he got acquitted. The liberals lost. The liberals went after an impeachment. That was a waste of time and taxpayers' money. They said that he incited an insurrection, which it wasn't. He told them simply to fight for the vote, even though when his lawyers went to talk to the Congress about, oh, the Democrats have been talking about violence and fighting for years, and showed them, the Democrats went on hush mouth.
And of course, it is important. For those of us who were there, we know the president said to peacefully and patriotically protest. The president did not incite an insurrection.
He sure did not.
And
that's why he was acquitted.
That was proven in the United States Senate when he was acquitted of his impeachment trial, which was a total sham. Yet again, another effort by the Democrat Party to try to subvert this movement. And I said it earlier when I was on camera, the reason why they want to do that is because they hate us. Thank you so much, Kirk. Appreciate your time for coming on today. It means a lot. Absolutely. So, like you just heard, we may be having a surprise guest come by. So
we were kind of told, Phil, to be in place. I know Dan Scavino and some of the Trump team people have mentioned it. So we're going to try to get in place so that if this happens, we have a great point of view for that. So let's go ahead and make our way.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and move.
Let's go ahead and make our way over near the street, because just in case, if he was to do a quick patriotic drive-by, we want to make sure that we are in the perfect place to do just that and bring that unprecedented coverage to you that, like we said, we are the only news outlet here today. There was a local news station just briefly, and I think they were no longer here. So let's do this. Let's make this kind of our home for a little bit, because I want to make sure that when this all happens, when this goes down, that we are in the absolute right place at the right time to catch all of the action here. Give you an idea, if you're watching us here in this area, we're on the corner of Southern Boulevard and Parker Avenue. Come on down, enjoy the party. I will say this, don't even think about parking in the Publix parking lot. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to find an alternative place to do that. All right, what's your name? Where are you from?
Tiffany, I'm from Fort Lauderdale.
All right, why are you out here?
To support our President Trump.
Yeah. I've been asking this one really tough question. What is the best thing President Trump did for this country?
The best thing was bring unity, bring all the Christians, Catholics together as one.
Yeah. So there's rumor that we might see a little drive-by here later. What do you think about that?
That'd be awesome. That'd be great. We're looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, a great time to see it. And of course, you're seeing a lot of cars going by, honking their horns, really getting involved. And, you know, typically you might see a little bit of opposition to what we're doing. We've seen this in the past at rallies that we've gone to and Senate hearings that I've been involved with. There's always some type of opposition, but not today. Not today. It's both sides of the road. It's all the way, well, we got it down that way. It's across the street. It's all the way to your left, our right. It's lined with people. And Philip, you were saying earlier that this area, like during the rally season, people still showed up here to do flag waving.
Yeah, people showed up on this street corner and all around here, up and down this street. The president would come by, and people wanted to see the president of the United States. They wanted to see Donald Trump, and so that's why they came here. And it's still popular even after him leaving office on January 20th. You saw, I was here with the legendary Grace Saldana. We were here on January 20th, the day he drove by on the motorcade, and people were here as well. People are here again today. And we're not sure yet if we're going to see an appearance from the president, but it is certainly on the radar. Police activity around here has increased, and as soon as something does happen of that nature, you will be the first to know.
Philip, I love this. I love what we're seeing out here. Like I said, the haters want this to be a violent white supremacist gathering. super spreader event. No, people out here are civil. They're logical. If this were a leftist gathering, we'd be blocking traffic. You know, there hasn't been a single dumpster set on fire, no cars flipped over, no businesses looted or destroyed. This is just American citizens who love their country and they want to celebrate Donald Trump on President's Day because he's the greatest president we've ever seen. Nothing more, nothing less. I know the haters wish that this was something else, but it's just not. And this has turned into a great show of people out here. People from California to Ohio to New York. You name the state and they're probably here. So we are getting in position for the inevitable show of President Trump. He will probably drive by. He will probably drive by and hopefully we will get a great shot of it. You'll get to see it live here. As you can see, people are just lined up for a good block or so. They're kind of condensed in an area. If they were lined up truly in like a single file fashion, it would stretch across the bridge easily. You see people driving by, honking their horns. There's so much enthusiasm and excitement out here. I think we can really build off of this momentum. I really do, because people have been down in the dumps, depressed, discouraged, demoralized. That's what they wanted. They wanted this movement to die. It will not die. It will only multiply. Look at all the people's smiling faces. They hate this. The leftist media hates this. The establishment hates this. Nancy Pelosi hates this. All of the trolls on social media, all of the doubters, they hate this. They want this movement to go away. They want people to just forget about this. It's not going to happen. And that's what this is. This is an act of rebellion, in also with it being a celebration. Just love to see it, guys. And your donations help us to make it to events like this. You know, this is my first event since, I believe, January 4th, when Trump held a rally in Dalton, Georgia. And it's these kind of pop-up events that are possible, made possible because of your donation. So if you go to rsbnetwork.com/donate, even if you donate $1, that goes a long way to sending cameramen and correspondents to these events and covering what's happening on the ground. And what's happening on the ground is MAGA country. There's no infiltrators. There's no Antifa out here. It's just Trump supporters. It's just patriots. And we're able to cover that because of your donation. So again, rsbnetwork.com/donate. You can also mail checks to our physical address. If you're not comfortable donating online, go to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. Mail your checks, mail your cash to our physical address, or you can donate at rsbnetwork.com/donate. Please also support us via mypillow.com. Mike Lindell is partnered with RSB Network, and a portion of the sales go to supporting us as a network. For example, if you buy the original MyPillow, which is normally $69.98, if you use the promo code RSBN at checkout, you can get that same pillow for $29.98. It's a tremendous discount. It supports a Patriot-owned company with Made in America products, and you're helping a Patriot-owned Made in America network that shows what's actually happening on the ground. It's not just pillows there. It's Giza Dream Sheets. It's dog beds. It's memory foam mattress toppers. Check out the entire assortment at mypillow.com. Support Mike Lindell. Get up to 66% off your entire order if you use RSBN at checkout as the promo code. This sign here, you want us to show this sign. What's on the sign? This sign says, "Your president." It looks like it's her with President Trump. She's been trying to get us to show this sign, so we're going to show it. What's on your sign here? What does it say? What's on your sign?
My name is Jennifer Eady, and President Trump picked us up on March 18, 2017 on Bingham Island, driving by, brought us to Mar-a-Lago and talked with all of us. It was the most beautiful honor that I ever had in my life. And I'm originally from Germany, so that was like wonderful.
What do you like most about President Trump?
That he didn't have to do that, and he did it for the American people. He did it for us. He didn't have to.
What do you think about the media saying that he got into politics to enrich himself? Didn't his net worth go down while he was in office? Didn't he donate his salary?
Exactly. His salary went down instead of up, while all the other presidents enriched themselves. He's the only president that never enriched themselves.
Yeah, it's always projection. It's always an inverted reality. They accuse Trump of trying to get rich off of politics, while it's actually people like Nancy Pelosi who ballooned her net worth while in office, insider trading, corrupt business deals overseas, you name it. It's always the opposite. It's projection. Accuse them of what you're guilty of, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. He has never enriched himself. In fact, he has put himself and his entire family through scrutiny for us, for the American people, because he loves us. And I want to say thank you to Right Side Broadcasting for reporting the news honestly and objectively, without any bias or hate. We love you. We support you. You need to support Right Side Broadcasting. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's incredible. She said we're not a biased network, but I have a bias. I love this country. I love conservative values, belief, God-fearing Christian men right here. And I'm going to continue to use my platform to speak the message of God. This is a movement of God, unity, love. We're out here showing the truth. The truth is that these are what the gatherings are like for President Trump. He brings people together, people from different backgrounds, people of different races, ethnicities, people from different countries, different cultures. We all come together to celebrate just how good we have it in this country. Philip?
Absolutely, Mike. You're 100% right. We are God-fearing patriots, and that's what we are in nature. I want to go ahead and do an interview here real quick with a friend of mine, Gene, who I just met. Gene, thank you so much for being willing to do this interview.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about why you're out here today.
Well, I think the enthusiasm for President Trump goes beyond recognition. And the people here in Florida are so involved in this, and the emotion was just, we found out about it this morning, and we just dropped everything and said, let's go down to Southern and just support President Trump.
Absolutely. So you don't sound like you're from Florida originally. You're in New York, New Jersey?
Well, I came here from New York about 13 years ago, and with it just brought a whole new culture. A lot of us came down here, and it's just been such a positive vibe being down here.
I bet you're saying to yourself right now, thank God I live in Florida compared to New York, because the government there really hasn't been doing right by its people. So I bet you're saying, thank God for Ron DeSantis and all that he's doing, right?
Well, when we were making the decision to come down here, the family was like, what, are you crazy? But absolutely, Governor DeSantis does everything the right way, but we do wear masks, and we're very aware of what we have to do to be safe in this environment.
Of course, yep. And you've heard all the ways to keep yourself safe. Thank you so much, Gene. I appreciate your time.
Best of luck to Right Side, and keep up the good work, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The support here has been overwhelming for Right Side Broadcasting Network. There hasn't been one person who we haven't passed by who haven't said thank you for there's some major police activity happening here right now. They're shutting down the road, so let's try and get in the road if we can, get up there as much as possible. We're gonna move through here. Excuse us. So we are here right now. We are on the scene. They have just shut down the road. So I imagine that there will be some sort of presence from 45th President Donald Trump. You see people here are absolutely fired up. They shut down the road. This is really quite something. Brian, how amazing is this?
Now, this is something that we knew eventually might happen as a little bit of the crowd just kind of swells out, and the traffic became to a point where they had to probably do something. And so we do have one lane blocked off here. We don't know what that symbolism is. We don't know if that means
it's not your carpet.
We don't know if that means something's going to happen. We just don't know yet. But they did block off one of the lanes here, and of course, a lot of people are walking into the street. We can only hope that maybe that means something. And of course, all of our stuff. How you guys doing? Hi, where you from?
Miami. We drove here.
Okay, how did you find out about this event?
Through you guys. So if you want to know everything about Trump and everything that we love about America, you tune in to Right Side Broadcasting. Woo!
Okay, I need to pay you for saying that real quick. There you go.
We're gonna drive by in a little bit.
Yeah, we've been told that Trump could be. I love it. So what's the best thing? What's the greatest accomplishment by this president?
The jobs. He put everyone to work. All minorities, whether you were female or if you were of any race, everybody got jobs. Nobody was left without a job. Like Biden. Biden signed at a stroke of a pen. He left.
Kill jobs. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Not only at the pipeline, but also at the wall, at the southern border. Those people aren't working. And we have no security.
A lot of stuff, a lot of concerns for a lot of Trump supporters, so we appreciate your time. We're going to see if we can get in position and hopefully see this Donald J. Trump drive by. Let's walk over here. Let's see if we can get an idea of. So, Philip, what are you hearing out here?
People need to get on the sidewalk. That's what I'm hearing.
Is that what they're saying?
Yes, everybody needs to get on the sidewalk.
What's that?
Said president's coming, just get out of the road.
Who'd you hear that from? Is there any source? Oh, the police actually said that the president is coming to basically get on the sidewalk, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. Back off on the sidewalk. So we're right here.
Sidewalk, please, on the sidewalk.
Obviously, this is a very fluid situation, and a lot of energy here. A lot of people are excited that they could perhaps see the former president drive by. So we're all looking forward to that. And what a great time right now. What a great time to share this broadcast with every one of you on social media, because we could be minutes away, and really we haven't seen the president in public in quite some time, so this might be the first, obviously, since the acquittal decision came down a couple of days ago. So please share this broadcast. We're could be minutes away from seeing President Trump drive by, and so we're definitely looking forward to seeing that. And tag a friend as well. Tag a friend that needs to see this. There's so much that we've said during this broadcast. You can go back and re-watch this transmission. A lot of people that we talked to, what's important to them as voters, and what is important to them moving forward. We've talked to a lot of people in this area about local politics and how to perhaps get involved with that as well. So if you could, please share this broadcast and get as many people watching it right now. We certainly appreciate it. And as always, you can get more information about our company in general. Just go to rsbnetwork.com/donate, rsbnetwork.com/donate. And if everybody right now just dug deep and gave a dollar, if everyone watching this right now just gave $1, it makes a huge difference in our broadcast and allows us to do just what we're doing today and travel this great country and cover the events that affect you and I. And of course, programming note, next Saturday I'll be live along with Liz Willis, and we'll be in the beautiful coastal city of Ventura, California, covering the recall efforts there in the state for Gavin Newsom. They've got about 1.45 million signatures. I think they need 1.5 million signatures, so they're very close on that for getting that recall. So there'll be music, the special guest speakers, and just a lot of fun there in Ventura, California. So join us next Saturday for that as well. Plus, we'll be down back here in South Florida for CPAC convention. We'll bring you all the action there. And of course, a lot of conservative, it's probably single-handedly one of the bigger conservative conventions in the country. So we definitely want to invite you to stay tuned for that. But if you're just now joining us, welcome. We're live here in West Palm Beach along with Mike Nificent and Philip Chirino. And Mike, I don't know about you, but I can kind of feel the energy building.
Oh man, I felt the energy from the moment they announced that they were going to come down here. For those of you just tuning in, if you're curious about how this all came together, it started out with a small handful of patriots that I wave flags with in Central Florida. We all decided, actually it was a small group of people that told me about it. They said they wanted to come down to Mar-a-Lago and wave flags on President's Day and show their appreciation for Trump. But because of ongoing construction and some other logistics, they had to move up the road. But what they did was they told me about it, and I decided, like, you know, maybe we should fan this out over social media. Maybe this deserves a bigger following. And long story short, here we are. President's about to make a ride by. We're going to bring it to you live here. It just feels so great to see how many people have come together. People have come from different parts of the country. People have come from different parts of the world. We just interviewed someone from Germany. There's a lot of people here because they want to celebrate something. America's all about celebrating freedom and not taking it for granted. And we had some of the best times in my life under this president. Does anybody else remember 2019 when everybody was free? Stock market was record high. Unemployment was record low. We were bringing troops home. Everything felt like it was trending upward. And now here we are. And now people have more of an appreciation than ever before. And we're showing that now on President's Day. What better way to do it than to do it right here in sunny Palm Beach, Florida? So it started out as like 20-some people. And now we got hundreds of people out here. They set up a camera on the gas station rooftop across the street so they can get an aerial shot when the motorcade rides by. So we're going to bring it to you live here. We don't know how long it's going to be, but thank you for tuning in. I love that this was just a grassroots effort. This was just organic, just people talking, word of mouth, social media, and here we are. A bunch of people showed up, and those that couldn't show up are watching it live. So I just feel grateful to be a part of this. I feel grateful that God has given me a platform to help bring this message to people, to help get the message out, get the word out, and allow people to see it from around the country. People from Alaska, people from Hawaii, California, people just waking up on the West Coast watching this live. How many people would you say are out here, Philip?
There's more than 1,000. I'll tell you that. There is a ton of people here, and it's really just amazing. I mean, Mike, you and I were talking about this weeks ago, and we were like, well, there's kind of an idea here. How can we make it work? And now it appears the 45th president of the United States will be coming by to thank us all for our support for him, our support for our country, and our support on this President's Day.
Yeah, and I'm curious because there were a lot of people who were skeptical online and said, this is going to be violent, there's going to be riots. I'm like, why can't people use discernment? Right. Like, this is a different location, different atmosphere, right, different energy. The vibe is totally different. This is a celebration. Like I said from the beginning, they said it was fake. They said, this is the FBI going to round up all the Trumpers. These people, like, I don't get it. Like, why couldn't you just recognize that, you know what, maybe this is something different. Maybe people want to buck the narrative because they've always wanted the narrative to be that this is a white supremacist, hateful gathering. They're going to burn crosses. They use a lot of hyperbole to describe this movement. But I'm not shocked or surprised at this. Are you? This has always been the way that Trump rallies or gatherings have been.
It's always been a peaceful movement. Being someone who's familiar with how this usually goes down, this is nothing different. It's been this way for 4 years. It's been peaceful. You were talking with that lady, Jennifer, earlier, right? I think it's, yeah, Jennifer. And she was one of the 7 people who was standing here one time with a flag when the president drove by and a Secret Service van was sent for her to take them. Look, peaceful people or violent people don't get to meet the president. Peaceful people do, who are sitting here and they're demonstrating their First Amendment rights, and that's what this is. This is our First Amendment rights demonstration to support the president on this President's Day.
Yeah, we're not going to let the haters try to spin this and flip it on its head and say that this is cult-like. People are very passionate about what they believe in. And make no mistake about it, that impeachment had nothing to do with Trump. It had everything to do with you. They hate you. They want to impeach you. They don't like your values. They don't like your beliefs. They don't like what you stand for. That's who they hate. They hate you. Don't let them fool you and make it seem like it was about him or it's about someone else. They use certain instances as straw man arguments to try to silence you, shut you down. Is there something going on? We're trying to keep the camera focused on what might be coming. We're not sure which direction the president will be coming from. I'm guessing he's going to be coming right through here, which is why they shut down the streets. We don't know when it will be happening, but it'll be happening soon. But make no mistake about it, folks, as you can see across the street over here, all the people that have lined up, people that have come from far and wide, people have come down from the Panhandle, Jacksonville, Fort Myers, Naples, Orlando, Tallahassee. People have come from all over the state as well as all over the country. Some people are here from Cuba, people from Miami, people from everywhere. And we're bringing it to you live. And again, guys, this started as just a little grassroots thing from Central Florida. If you guys want, please subscribe to my channel also, Mike-nificent, because we do these kind of flag waves and we're going to build momentum off of this moment right here.
Let's go over there.
Yeah, my cameraman just alerted me that once he does drive through, it's very possible that this does become a little chaotic. So we're going to do whatever we can to put ourselves in the best possible position to get a good shot of him as he drives by. It's probably not going to be as organized as I'm envisioning in my mind, but we're going to do our best. Okay, so just be mindful of that. People are anticipating now. Everyone's standing on the corner, lined up. As you can see, lots of people, few people crossing back and forth because they want to get in the best possible position they can be in.
Let's just take a second to recognize how massive this is, that there's now one whole block, both sides of the street, occupied by Trump supporters.
Peacefully
Standing here, waving American flags, waving Trump flags, waving every kind of flag. There's little kids here, Mike, with their parents. People have skipped school, have skipped work to be here today. This is a peaceful gathering here in West Palm Beach on Southern Boulevard and Parker Avenue, and we have taken up an entire block just for the President of the United States.
Not mostly peaceful, 100% peaceful.
100% peaceful.
I know the haters hate it. The haters are like, when are they going to get violent? I want trash getting flipped over. No, you're not going to get that. We're not blocking traffic. We're not starting riots and fires. We don't do that. The mob does that, and it gets called mostly peaceful. This is 100% peaceful, and you can see it with your eyes. I know the news would tell you, don't believe your lying eyes. This is actually much worse. Actually, the storyline will be, this is a super spreader event. But if we had Biden flags, then they would say, oh no, this is great, this is wonderful. Carry on. Inverted reality, that's what they push. We just show you the truth. The truth is, this is what these movements are. This is what these gatherings are. People who chant USA, fly their American flags, sing the national anthem. This is America. This is the America that I know and love. This is America that we're going to make great again. That's why I wear this MAGA hat, because the statement, "Make America Great Again," will outlast Trump. It already has. It's a movement. It's a way of life. And it's going to continue growing, especially as, gas prices inevitably go up under Biden, as more people are jobless under Biden, as we invade other countries, as he renegotiates trade deals to put us at a disadvantage, as China rises to power. I just want to make note that the country where all of this started at is operating at full capacity. Let that sink in. China's operating at full capacity, despite the fact that this all started over there. But yet we're still shut down, and it's not political. It's not political that Biden is targeting Floridians, trying to impose travel restrictions. You can't make this stuff up, guys. The truth is stranger than fiction. But you guys can find me on Twitter at MikeNificent813, or you can find me on YouTube if you just search Mike-nificent. I should pop right up, just like Magnificent. Also, find Paint the Trump. Paint the Trump is another patriot that does flag waves. He has a big YouTube channel. He has a big following. Between myself, Paint the Trump, and a few other people, let's be frank, Fog City Mitch, we blasted this out on social media, gave this a signal boost, and now here we are awaiting the 45th President of the United States to drive by and acknowledge the people that came out to celebrate him on President's Day. There is no better place to be right now than in sunny, beautiful Palm Beach, Florida, where it's about 86 degrees. I got a t-shirt on out here. I'm sorry if you live even in South Texas, where you guys are under a freeze warning. Brian looked over at me. He's like, dang it, Mike. If you're in Alabama,
Joe and Bridget, I'm sorry. I know it's very cold there right now. Come down to South Florida sometime. Come enjoy the heat.
He knows how hot it is because the camera overheated. It's pretty warm. Nice and breezy, though. Beautiful day. You could not ask for better weather. Sunshine is just raining down on Florida. People are happy here. Of course, the Biden administration, like I said, they want to shut down travel. They want everyone to live in fear. They want everybody to submit to tyranny at the federal level. Biden wants to use the federal government to expand overreach and just be heavy-handed in his response to this pandemic. He wants people to be locked down. They don't want you to be free. They don't want you to be happy. And it's not just Biden, it's not just the Democrats, it's not just the Republican rhinos, it's the media. Think about it. The people that report your information on a daily basis, they hate you. They don't show you anything happy. They think, what's the worst thing that happened on Earth today? Let's report that. How can we divide people along racial lines? How can we make people hate each other? How can we be more unhinged today than we were yesterday? They have nefarious goals. But it's all good because Americans see through it. They're catching on. They see that it's just a big ploy. People getting ran in circles over the impeachment. It's a joke. It's a joke. At the end of the day, people just want low taxes and liberty, and they want the government to stay out of their business. Why does that have to be a partisan issue? Why does freedom have to be a partisan issue? Good Lord. Anyway, we appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Everybody that supports us at Right Side Broadcasting, whether you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, we're on Gab, we're on Telegram. Find us on Telegram. We have a Telegram channel. Find us on all different social media platforms, guys, and go to our network and support us. We're almost entirely viewer funded. Go to rsbnetwork.com/donate, and every dollar helps to send multiple correspondents, multiple cameramen out to events like this. Pop-up events. This was organized like 7 days ago, and here we are now. And it's because of your donations that we're able to bring it live to viewers all across the country. Let's be frank, a friend of mine wasn't able to make it, but he's watching us live right now. And it's because of your donations. It's because you guys are able to help us bring these kinds of events. And also support Mike Lindell and My Pillow, who's partnered with Right Side Broadcasting. You know, this is a patriot, a guy who has such a tremendous success story, a guy that came from drug addiction to successful entrepreneur, CEO of a successful pillow company. So if you go to mypillow.com and use the promo code RSBN at checkout, you can save up to 66% off of your entire order. There are Giza Dream Sheets, there are memory foam mattress toppers, there are dog beds, travel pillows. But the original My Pillow, if you use the promo code RSBN, not only will a portion of the sales go to supporting us directly as a network, but you'll get those pillows for not $69.98 but $29.98 if you use the promo code RSBN. Again, the promo code is RSBN at mypillow.com. Use that promo code at checkout and save yourself a lot of money. And support an American-made company. Products made in the United States. You can't beat it. I'm going to hand it over to Brian here. He's going to take over.
Thanks, Mike. And as you can see, we've got, I would probably say close to 500 people. I don't know. I'm really bad at numbers. Just along this side. Joe, my cameraman Joe is saying much higher. It is much higher. But just right here in front of me, it's probably a couple hundred people easily right here waiting for, I don't know, a former president who has the greatest following in U.S. history, who has done more for America than any prior president. I don't know. Maybe that person might drive here before too long. And of course, our eyes are on us, you know, our heads on a swivel right now, our eyes to the sky, because we also had Derek Utley earlier talked about that plane flying over, and what a great moment that would be at around 2 o'clock or so for that to happen right here during President Trump, if he does happen to drive by. But there's some cameras, crews out here, local media's out here finally, I don't know.
And hopefully we'll be seeing that come across, and then it's going to go from here all the way down to Southern Boulevard, down to Mar-a-Lago. So.
Of course, and support Derek. Derek, what are some ways people can support you? Go to your social media.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram or Twitter. It's Real Derek Utley, DEREKUTLEY, and I'm also on Facebook under Derek Utley. So.
Of course, everybody, thank you, Derek. We appreciate it. And when that plane does fly over, we're gonna show it to you. We'll bring you coverage. Obviously, Trump is the best president ever. There's no lie there. So we'll have it for you as soon as it happens. Thanks, Derek. Appreciate it a lot. You heard it. There's planes flying over, but not the plane yet. But when it does happen, we'll bring it to you. When the president drives by, we will bring it to you. Hey, some ways you can support us here at Right Side Broadcasting Network is you could check us out on our social media pages at RSB Network. And also, you could individually check us out. I'm on Telegram now, which I love. I love Telegram. There is no censorship or anything like that. You can check me out there at Philip Torino. That's Philip with one L, Philip Torino, Tirino. And you can check me out. All of my social handles are the same on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Telegram. But I will be very active on Telegram. Hey, Brian, you just joined Telegram last night. What are some ways people can follow you?
You can follow me on Telegram, Brian Glenn TV on there. And I got to thank Philip Torino for actually kind of setting up that account for me because I had no idea how to do that. I'm old and I can't understand that. You can follow me across social media as well at Brian Glenn TV. That's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and of course Twitter. And don't forget to follow Mike Magnificent over here. I don't know your particular handles. I know you're huge, but let's give our viewers how they can follow you.
Absolutely. I'm on YouTube. If you just type in Mike Magnificent, like the word magnificent, search Mike Magnificent, I should pop right up. I cover a number of these flag waves in Florida, none quite as big as this one here today on President's Day, but I cover a lot of them there. I'm also
well, we hadn't talked to several hundred people, but several people about what it means to them, to be a Trump supporter, and what's the greatest thing that President Trump has done. And so we've been talking to several supporters, and it's all about putting America first and the patriotic agenda that he's done over the years. And so we're just glad to be able to do this today. Weather's cooperating. It's a little breezy, about the high in the mid 80s at this point. So it is definitely a nice day here in Florida, because back in my home there in Texas, it is very cold. But you're glad you're joining us. Also, we want to remind everybody, programming note, we will be in Southern California on Saturday for a Recall Newsom event there in Ventura. You can log on to our social media and get all the details for that. So if you live in Southern California, come out and say hi to us, and we appreciate your support. And there's some music entertainment as well, some guest speakers, so it ought to be a good time. And that all starts, I think, at noon West Coast time. So be prepared and spend some time with us next Saturday. Plus, then we'll be at CPAC, big conservative convention down here in Florida the weekend after that, the last weekend of February, and we'll have live uninterrupted coverage of all the events happening there, plus a ton of guest speakers and interviews. So we're definitely looking forward to that as well. You know, when I was walking around, the common theme that I heard from a lot of people was unity, that Donald Trump was the president for all Americans, and he really unified a nation that perhaps didn't have anything in common with one another. It could have been a racial division, economic division, a spiritual division, and he's really brought people together and healed and would talk to the different demographics directly. And we heard a gentleman from Blacks for Trump was talking about why he supports Donald Trump, and he talked about the idea of President Trump spoke to the African American community here in this country and just didn't speak, rhetoric to them, that he actually sat down and wanted to know exactly what was on their minds, and have done so much for the African American community. And that was one of the things. And also with border security, along the
person watching right now, but here we go. Yeah, I mean, there's only so much I can do.
I'm still not used to this.
There's only so much I can do, Joe. I'm on 5G. This is a new phone. This is probably just because it's my phone and not better camera.
Or whatever market right now, or they come to me, come on, you gotta accept that. And I just tell them one thing, to
Nobody believes that. Shut up. Even liberals don't believe that. Yeah. They're like, you're racist. Here we are, campaign to flag waving with a big flag waving ready.
All right. If you're joining us, we're going to keep both streams up right now. We're going to keep both streams up right now, and we apologize, folks. It's a lot of mobile. It's a very fluid situation here, and we're just hoping to keep the coverage going as we are here alongside Southern Boulevard, around the corner of Southern and Parker here in West Palm Beach, waiting for what could be possibly a drive-by. Yeah, but I want to make sure it's perfectly clear that you guys know that we are doing our best to bring this to you with as minimal interruptions as possible. So I know this is not something that your guys aren't used to seeing, but hey, I've been in the business for 25 plus years there, and you know what? Things like this happen, and so it's just all how you adapt to it and solve the problems. It's what really matters. And so we're back on. Glad you're joining us, and I know it's being very patient on this Monday, and there's a lot going on probably in your personal world, and we're glad that you're spending a few minutes with us. So welcome, and of course this opportunity to thank you, the viewer, because your donations allows us to come out here and do all of this. And so if you would please go over to rsbnetwork.com/donate, rsbnetwork.com/donate, and just give what you can. And on this President's Day, we've been kind of asking this all day. If everyone watching just gave about $1, give $2, give $3, that all adds up and helps us continue to cover all these events. It's we all enjoy it. We enjoy bringing you all of this live action. So if you would please go onto the website rsbnetwork.com/donate and just absolutely give what you can on this President's Day in a very beautiful sunny South Florida, as we are so happy to be here showing you all the action. Also, we've been talking to a lot of supporters out here about maybe future plans for President Trump. Now that the impeachment trial is over and the two-time acquitted on that, what's next for this president? I think we can all agree that he
I'm telling you, I know you because I follow you. Yes, magnificent. Yeah.
Thank you for supporting me.
Oh, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, doing an American trilogy, once again, Mr. Matt Stone.
I think the president's going to drive by. Uh-oh.
Can you take a picture? Huh? Do me a favor, can I take a picture with Magnificent? He's a blogger I follow.
You know Trump won?
You want me to take it?
Yeah.
Part 2.
Magnificent. Oh. I have shaka here. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here, keep your spot. Stay here. I'll get a water for you. You guys.
And so we are just awaiting the president's arrival here, because they have had the street blocked off for more than an hour now. So we're just going to show you what's happening here live. We're using my feed on RSPN, my YouTube channel link, and we're just trying to adapt. So we apologize if the quality's not as good as you're used to. We figure at this point it's better than nothing. We're doing our best. We appreciate those of you being patient with us, because we had these kind of technical difficulties pop up, something with our battery, but we're going to overcome it. We're still going to bring it to you live. There's a great showing of patriots out here. Lots of people watching, waiting, anticipating. People have come from different parts of the state of Florida to see this, celebrate President's Day. We saw a couple drones out here. As you can see over across the street, there was a camera set up on top of that gas station rooftop, I think to get the best aerial shot possible of the president when he drives by. Can't really tell what it says, but some kind of assumed patriotic message on the back of that airplane. There we go. Please don't complain about the quality. Doing my best from a Samsung phone. I believe that says Trump, best president ever, save America. That's what it says.
Right here on the t-shirt.
It's right there on the t-shirt.
Best president ever.
Yeah.
See the banner?
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. So we're using my official feed. I'm just going to walk around and show you guys what's happening out here. Lots of people out here. Lots of people. Thank you.
We will
Thank you
make
so much.
America strong again. We will make America safe again. Yes, together we will make America great again.
Took care of that nice plane that flew over Trump best president ever. And that is because that is the truth.
Wait, can you,
that said Trump's the best president.
oh, forget it. He might come back and I want to have. Here, take this, because I have too many things in my hand.
We're going to go ahead and keep doing our best to bring
I'll be right back.
Believe it or not, I'm still a teenager. So, guard your daughter. But he will be running for state senate very soon. So give it up one more time for Mr. Matt Stone.
If you're just now joining us, welcome. We are live, West Palm Beach, Florida, awaiting a possible President Trump drive-by, if you will. Brian Glenn here. You've been watching us for the last, 25 minutes or so. We've had some technical difficulties getting this broadcast to you. A little things out of our control, but nevertheless, we are trying our best to continue the coverage here as we adapt to a very fluid situation. So please bear with us, but nevertheless, the camera. We will continue to monitor the situation. A lot of people out here, very festive crowd. A lot of people dressing up and patriotic colors.
It's tough because there's a lot of people here. The sidewalks are packed with people. It's tough because there's a lot of people here. The sidewalks are...
All right, welcome back. Sorry, we've had some technical difficulties. We appreciate everybody hanging in there with us. I know it's tough. On this Monday, trust us, this is not how things normally go here at Right Side. As you know, we've covered dozens and dozens and dozens of rallies and events for years, and haven't ran into some typical difficulties like we have today. But we were due for some. But we're glad you're here. We're glad you're hanging in with us on this very historical President's Day. And of course, I've asked this question, and please let us know in the chat. Have you ever seen such a patriotic following of a past president? It is amazing just how many people have come out here today to show their honor to Donald J. Trump, and we've never seen this before. I mean, let's go back when Obama left office. Did you see this reaction from Obama supporters when Bush Sr. and Bush Jr., when they left office? Did you see the love and honor and just admiration for both those presidents? Clinton, President Bill Clinton, did you see the support he had when he left office? And obviously the answer to those questions is no. We have not seen the support.
Keep this going, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing the best we can to bring you coverage of anything we can out here. Again, our feed went down on our main camera, on our main platform, so we're using Magnificent's YouTube channel as a backup feed, but I mean, it's only a smartphone capability as far as bandwidth is concerned. It's not very strong as far as cameras go, so we're just not able to provide the quality bandwidth, but at least we're able to provide a feed of some sort. Philip is also live on Instagram, so we got something for you guys. It's very possible the president will be riding by soon here. I believe that he will be coming from that direction. This guy's flag is like blocking everything I want to show you guys. I can't stand out in the street. Yeah, he should be coming from that way. That direction is west towards the beach. That's where Mar-a-Lago is. So he should be coming from over the bridge that direction.
so I'm so excited.
I just think if I sit, I won't be able to get up.
One more step, please, on the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah, they just can't be over here.
I got you. Just stay on the sidewalk.
Yeah, I think we're minutes away. Minutes away from the president's ride-by. President Trump should be riding by any moment here in West Palm. We're just a mile or so away from Mar-a-Lago, and they're urging people to stay on the sidewalk. People were, for a brief moment, going across the street back and forth, trying to get the best shot possible. You see, you've got armed law enforcement there to keep everybody on the sidewalk, as the motorcade should be driving through shortly.
We're about 3 minutes out.
We're about 3 minutes out.
You're keeping the camera off until we turn it on right before it. Everybody just on the sidewalk.
Yeah, we're going to stay on the sidewalk here, guys.
We're all good.
So what's going on out here, Brian?
Well, we were told that he's about 5 minutes out, and that was like 3 minutes ago. So really in a minute, and the announcer is telling people to stay on the curb, because obviously you got a couple thousand people out here. You don't need everybody running into the street. It could be dangerous. So I think everybody will stay on the side, to be honest with you, because we are a law-abiding citizens, and that's what we do. That's right. I mean, when people say to do something, we follow their rules. So it's just great. Obviously, we've had some new security guys here right now to just show up, which is really an indication that we could be minutes away.
Yep, we are in all likelihood minutes away from him driving by. The street's been closed off for about an hour, and so we just imagine it's moments before he actually drives by. Looks like there's some kind of medical emergency over there. But other than that, not much going on. There were tons of people congregating, walking around, socializing, but now everybody's just kind of standing in anticipation. A couple minutes away. We believe it will be just a few minutes, but thanks to everybody that's tuned in. Again, apologies if the feed is not the quality that you're used to, because this is being done on my smartphone, on my YouTube channel, but being broadcast through my channel to RSBN, so we're just using my cell phone feed. Probably not the best quality, but a feed nonetheless. We're happy to be able to bring it to you. They're playing some music to get everybody hyped up and excited, keep the enthusiasm going. We're not even able to, I'm doing my best to just barely step off the curb and try to show you guys up the street there. That's the direction we believe he will be driving by from, as that's where Mar-a-Lago is. It'll be soon though. Hey, we hope to have our main camera back up momentarily. We're giving it a break right now because it could be that it's been overheating or something. So hopefully, oh, here it is. Here we go. Here we go. It's happening. Incredible.
coming. You got to get on the sidewalk, guys.
Okay, we got it. Thank you, guys.
recording it as we speak. Good job. I'm going to send you guys some money, okay? Oh, you're very kind. Thank you. Hold this.
It was amazing. He blew us a kiss. And he pointed at her. It was amazing. The best thing ever.
What do we got, sir?
All right, guys. Simply amazing. We really appreciate you standing by us. I know we had a lot of... let's move out over here. Let's go over here. That's annoying. We've had a lot of excitement. We've had a lot of drama. We've had some technical issues today. But that is just a part of live television. Hey,
So I got right over here.
All right, guys, we are having an incredible day as far as some technical difficulties. Thank you so much for watching us on here. As always, you can go to our website, rsbnetwork.com/donate, rsbnetwork.com/donate. Donate what you can on this very historic day for President's Day here in West Palm Beach. Also, go to mypillow.com, put in your promo code RSBN to get up to 66% off all the products there. We certainly appreciate Mike Lindell and Mike Pillow for being such a great partner of RSBN as well. And you can take advantage of those savings and also help him out on this whole cancel culture that he is now fighting today. So long from West Palm Beach here. Have a very great rest of your Monday. Goodbye and God bless. We'll see you in California on Saturday.
Wow! Yeah! Thank you, sir. Thank you. What is the code for